Games and strains.
Yo, y'all already know what it is. You know what you tuned into. It's your favorite Stone Gamer, your boy Big V, here with another episode of Games and Strains. You see, I got a guest today. I got my guy, Sensei, from the Sensei Says podcast. You already know I spoke on him with my homeboy Logic, who was half of that podcast, man. Welcome my guy to the show, man. What's good,
I
man?
appreciate it, Big V. I appreciate it, man. It's been a while since we've been talking for like over a month now. I think about
Yes.
more than that. We've been talking about just shooting shit and just talking, get together and just talk, man.
Yes.
I know my brother came on here a few weeks ago, over a month ago, and you guys spoke, and I love that. I love the way you guys spoke. You guys spoke. You can see the passion. You can see the like just gaming, man, or just everything in general. You guys threw it out there and just had a conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I want to be a part of that. I want to be
Yeah.
a part of that. I hit you up really quick. I'm like, yo, I want to be a part of that. So this has
Yes.
been a while. We have our schedules. And we've been busy doing our thing, trying to grow because that
Yeah.
we grow. We finally got together. We're here, and I'm happy. I'm like, if you could tell, this smile ain't fake, man. Ain't coming off, man. This is a genuine smile, man. And we had a little just a 2 second conversation right before you hit
Yeah.
live, and it's like, let's stop. We got to put this on camera,
We
baby.
gotta put it on camera, man. We gotta get it on camera. Yes, man. Yes, man. This guy, man, like I said, we met through Twitter, man. It's just genuine love, man. I had to get him on the show. This guy, man, he loves gaming, man, just as much as anybody I know do. He loves it the same way I do. He buys games, man. He's really tapped in. Man, yo, let's just start, man, from the bottom. Like, man, yo, like tell the people where you're from, man.
Oh, first, I mean, I'm 43. What the hell is my age? 43. Wow, I'm 43. Just celebrated on the 21st of June, my 43rd birthday. But I'm from the Bronx, man. I'm born and
Mm,
raised in the Bronx, and around the age of 2021, I moved out here to Florida, where I'm at now. Met my
okay.
wife, got my kids, but I'm from the Bronx, straight from the ghettos.
Okay.
Did my thing over there, man. But I've been gaming since I was like, bro. I mean, when my father came home on a Christmas and said, open up that box, it's the only box I had. I was jealous because all my siblings had little boxes, like plenty of boxes, and I'm here saying, I only got one box. And when I opened it up, man, it was an Atari, man. It was Atari 2600.
You know what's crazy that you saying that? My next question to you, yo, what was your first console? And
That's it right there.
you done jumped into it, man. You done jumped right into it, man. Yo, so like, so the Atari was your first console.
Yes, sir.
Um, I'm guessing one of your first games was Pong, of course.
Bro, Pong, javelin, track and field, you name it, man. My palm still like I think I got a scar still from right there from like the joystick, just doing the back and forth on the whole javelin and all that. The one
Man,
button, one stick. That's where I come from, man. That's my era.
bro, like, just think about that for a second, right? Like, cause I'm from that era too. Like, look how far we've came in gaming, dude. Yo, and the thing is, I still remember the Atari like it was yesterday.
Bro.
And now we on to Xbox Series X's and PlayStation 5, man. It is crazy.
Mind blown, bro. Like, I sit here and go, we come from that. What I don't think it was 8-bit at that time. I think it was like a little
Mm,
less than 8-bit, then 8-bit, and then it just became
yeah,
bigger and bigger. Like
yeah,
at that time, we didn't care about frame rates and performances. We cared about fun, man. We cared about knocking on my neighbor's door, my other brother, and going, "Hey, man, what game you got that I ain't got?" So we could go ahead and exchange some games. We lend each other games out, or come over, I go over, and we spend the day, man. I used to beg my mom, "Can I stay with my friend's house just to play games, man?"
yeah,
Because that's what it was
yeah,
then. It was about I want to play. I don't just want to play games. I want to play games with my boys,
yeah.
and
You're
and, and
right.
it's a beautiful thing. And gaming, I don't know. I mean, gaming for me, if you know anything about the Bronx, it's just like any other ghetto you want to talk about. But it's I grew up in the '80s where the crack era was huge, and that was all out there, man. You had just crimes and just bad stuff. And my father invested in me by saying, I'm gonna get this kid a console, and it's gonna be the Atari 2600. He did that. I didn't think of it then because I was a kid. Obviously, we kids we don't think of it like that. But as you grow older, and I got my own family, I'm thinking, what that man did for me, he invested in me and said, "Here's a console. Stay your ass home, play your video games, have fun. You want to go to your friend's house, play, go there and have fun." So it literally took me out of the streets and kept me off the streets, so I don't get bothered with the nonsense and the little stupid shit that goes on the streets. So that's what that did for me. That's why gaming to me is not just pick up a control and play, and then watch a video from some like DF or whatever and go look at the frame rates dropping. I can care less about all that. For me, it's about let's game together, man. I don't care what console you're on. Let's game together. That's what I do.
I like that, man. I like that, and I feel that video games don't get enough credit for keeping kids off the streets, man.
They don't.
Like they always get a bad rap of just couch locking the kids and not letting, like, times have changed, man. Like, I know my mom used to say, you go do something. You can't make a living off video games. Like, those days are dead, bro. Man. Those days are dead, man.
For us, it was go to school and get a lawyer's degree, get a doctor's degree, get a something degree, and go to college and do all that, and get yourself a real job, right? Quote unquote real job. And we loved video games back then, but that avenue for us wasn't there back then. No. We blazed. Look, for me, gamers like us, we blazed and we laid the groundwork for what it is today. Yeah. My kids right now can go to a school, learn programming for making video games, and get in that field and make that a career. You got people like me and you who are picking up a camera, laptop, or whatever we got, put a camera in front of us, and we do what we love because it's natural to us. And it's called content creating, and it's about video games. Who would have thought of that shit back when we were fucking 10 years old, man? Like, that's amazing. Like, there's enough for everybody to eat, and we're here doing it. Like, this is what we're doing. My mom to this day, she tells me, and she's coming up this weekend. They're coming out this weekend from New York, but my mom to this day tells me, "What are you doing now, son?" I tell her, I'm content creating. I'm trying to do my thing. She goes, "You still with that dream?" I'm like, "Well, it's no longer a dream now. It's a reality, mom." And she goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a reality." And I tell her some of the things I do, and she watched one of my videos. She goes, "Wow, like, my father's like, I told you that boy's gonna do something." And she looks at my father. She goes, "This is all you started this." And he goes, "And I'm proud of that shit." Like, it's one of those things, man. Gaming's been in my blood, man. It's been in my blood forever, bro. It's been in my blood forever. I don't talk about it, man. I'm about it.
And I can definitely tell, man. Just by just seeing some things that you post on Twitter, and just watching the podcast and hearing you and Logic just talk, man. I can just tell that y'all been around this thing for a while. You didn't just jump on it when you got your first Xbox. You've been doing this for a while. Like, you know what you're talking about. That's one reason why I had to get you on the show, man. Because man, like, we see a lot of people, like we was talking about on Twitter with this console war bullshit, man. Man, it's all dead, man. It's all preference related. And most of the people who push that narrative, they've never even gave the other side a chance. So you just basically just pulling from memes and people who you think know what they're talking about, IGN and people like that. Lord. And
now they started getting they started fucking like throw gas to that fire. IGN and them putting them comments out there. When's the last time this console had an exclusive? Like, there's no, like, look, listen, at the end of the day, I'm on Twitter, you're on Twitter, the social networking is there. Yeah. At the end of the day, for me, it's a means to promote myself and to get bigger and to get recognized. That's just what I use Twitter for.
Yeah, of course.
Do I every now and again dabble in those stupid conversations when it comes to console wars? To me, it's entertainment. So yes, I do. But at the end of the day, if you really, really want to get to know those who really want to get to know me, like this right here, or want to engage outside of Twitter, where I created a whole club on Xbox, that's I called it the Discord Lite.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you the invite of the club. Hey,
I call it Discord Lite because it's really Discord but really light. So I went ahead into the club on the Xbox and said, I'm gonna create a channel where people could just come in and share their shit, share the pictures, screenshots, talk shit, just talk. Yeah. I don't care what console you're from. If you own both consoles, all consoles, whatever it is, just come in and have a ton of fun. So I create that channel. That's the type of things I do. But as far as the console war goes, look, listen. At the end of the day, I want what everybody else wants as a gamer, man. When you remove yourself from that what do you call that that hyperbolic chamber, when you remove yourself from that echo chamber where all you see is console war, when you remove yourself from that, you start noticing that at the end of the day, man, and maybe it's because we're older, but I start thinking of my money, my wallet. I start thinking of, what is this company, what are they doing for me? At the end of the day, they're a business, I get it, but what are they doing for me as the gamer to warrant my $500, to warrant my 60 or 70 or Game Pass money or whatever it is, PS Now, what are they doing to warrant that money from me? It's not only about, I'm used to spending $60, $70. I'm used to spending the membership subscription for both. It's not about that no more. It's about the value of my dollar. It has to matter because shit ain't getting better when it comes to economic side of things. So now I got to start thinking for myself. I'm going to give you my 15, my 60, whatever it is I'm giving you. What's the value in that? What do I get in return? They call that return investment. So I get a little bit into that, but my whole thing is, man, at the end of the day, whether it's Xbox, Nintendo, Sony, whatever it is, they man better, man. Ask for better. You should forget about you want your ego and your pride about, this person thinks he's better than me because of a box. Yeah. It ain't about that, man. At the end of the day is there's no way you should be out there accepting minimum. And both systems, yeah, go ahead.
And I want to just piggyback off what you said because, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like before I watched your podcast, bro, and we had our exchange on Twitter, and then I had a conversation with Logic. I never even looked at it like that, bro. Like I just looked at it as if, man, this is the kind of soul I'm with. I rock with it. I like this one over here too, but man, this is right. I'm only doing Sony,
bro. And that's okay to have a preference. I have a preference. You have a preference, and we're still here talking. We ain't fighting each other. We ain't hitting each other. We ain't yelling over each other, cursing each other out. We're shooting the shit because at the end of the day, we're gamers. Whether you own all consoles or not, that's not my mentality there. I just wish people would reach out and think outside of the box, every now and again. Like I know I came across in that conversation. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I didn't try to flame that. You know what I'm saying? I that conversation with that exchange, there was a little bit of fanboyism in there. But at the same time, I said I went back and in Logic, he already said this. He came in and he was like, white knight the whole thing. I'm like, and I text him like right when he was like, don't do that, bro. It's all good. I will get to him and he'll get to me in a whole different way, different platform, and we'll have an understanding. Because at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I felt I know who you were. And I'm like, if we can have this conversation out of Twitter, I guarantee we'll both become like the fucking brothers, like never before. You know what I'm saying? And ever since that exchange, we've been exchanging, like we've been friends on Xbox. I'm gonna send you my tag on PSN. Because I have my PS4 Pro, even though it's catching dust, but I'm gonna turn on because my God of War has to be played, man. That has to be played. Once that comes out, baby, I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? So like games like that, like I'll get back on it for that. But like at the end of the day, man, we found our way through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We found our way through that stupid shit, the stupid console stuff, and we're here talking like men do, and not hide behind Twitter the whole day. Like I'm about that. Like you can come at me all day long and think that I'm a fanboy. I'm a fan of my Xbox because I enjoy what they've been giving me so far. I'm not a fan right now of Sony. I don't hate the gamers on it. I don't hate the people who play the damn station. I don't.
Right.
I just don't like what Sony's doing with their business side of things. I don't like how shady they are. How they're trying to sell me on a console that is not complete, especially when you've already seen what a console could look like for next gen. I just can't be that gamer, like that consumer. They're doing their best that they can for me to say I don't want it right now. I'm gonna get it eventually because I'm that guy. I gotta have it. Yeah. But right now I gotta be smart about it and go, if I get it now, what am I gonna benefit off of it? It's had great games at launch, but not the type of games I play. Not that they're horrible. I just don't play those games. Right. But once that God of War comes out and you got Ghost, bro, Ghost got me this close, man. This close to getting the PS5 and going, yo, that thing right there, that director's. I mean, I got the director's cut for the PS4 Pro. Yeah, I got that, and I'm going, whoo, they're this close. I might just get that. But then I look into it, and I go, it's really not worth the. I mean, if they would have said to me, $30 for the content, the actual new world, I'm all for it, and I'm probably gonna get it anyways because I already got the upgrade for it. I just don't like that whole. If you don't own that game, you literally got to pay $70 on PS5 to get that whole thing. And they're hiding like stuff like the DualSense controller features behind that paywall, an optimization behind a paywall. That's what I have a problem with. And a lot of people on Twitter don't see this. They think you guys pay. It's worth it. It's a great game. I didn't say it was a bad game. Yeah, it was my game of the year. Mm-hmm. Heck, to this day, my game of the year. Sucker Punch is on another level, man. Everybody touts Insomniac as the greatest and best developer right now. For me, it's Sucker Punch, man. Mm-hmm. They have not missed. They just haven't. You know what I'm saying? Infamous, come on, man. Like that series was amazing. Grade A. That's gold standard right there. And then you
Absolutely.
got and then they switched it around and gave you a whole different thing you didn't expect them to do.
Yeah.
A samurai game, man. Open world samurai. I'm going, shoo, that's my thing. But I digress, man. It's at the end of the day, it's all about what can they do for me, man. You want my money? I got it saved. Just like you say you saved up for the hard drive or the expandable memory. I got it, bro. It's there waiting. It's waiting for Sony to go. Here's what you're gonna buy. I'm waiting for that reason to go. Okay, here you go. And obviously the inventory because you can't find that shit nowhere now. But
Man, and,
yeah,
and,
it's
and I'm telling you, man, if I would have watched, if your podcast would have came out before I purchased a next gen system, it's a good chance, man. I might wouldn't even have went with a PS5 because I wasn't paying attention to the business side of it, man. And now, since like I said, our exchange and I sit down with Logic and I listen, man. That's the thing. A lot of people on Twitter, they're not listening. They're not listening to listen. They're listening to just react and respond. So, they're gonna have a right
reactionary.
They're gonna have a hard time just digesting useful information. So when I heard y'all, I'm like, I never even thought of none of this. So then I go and I pay attention. I'm like, yo, Sony they're out of line. They're completely out of line. It shouldn't have took this long for the expandable memory. You know how I feel about that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sick of the whole controller narrative. Like, dude, okay, the controller is dope. I get it. Stop it though. Like fuck the listen, y'all now have put out 2 new colorway controllers, and you don't even have an expandable drive yet. I'm gonna keep saying, that should be the fucking focus of Sony at this point. That your competitor came out day one swinging. Here you go. You don't have to buy this. It is your option to buy it if you have the money for it. If not, we're giving you a gigabyte.
If you're paying attention to Sony and Microsoft, if you're paying attention to the history of both these companies and how they do things going forward, the last 7 years has been nothing but shit for us on the Xbox side. Just garbage. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend and hold hands and say paint a pretty picture. That thing was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, we got hit on the head, we took on the chin, and I never did. I was there for a few of those years defending the whole Microsoft thing. And it became one of those. What? No, they treated me like shit. For a while, I 4 years, 5 years into the Xbox cycle, I left that shit. And I went straight. Nobody knows this. I went, only my circle knows this. Now you know this. But I literally got me a PS4 Pro and said, fuck it. I'm going there because on the Microsoft side, they treated me like shit. And I went over to PS4 Pro and I got to play my God of Wars. I got to play my Last of Us. I got to play, what's that one? Horizon. I love that game, Horizon. I got to play my Ghost and all those. I played those games and I was like, yo, this is my first time playing a Call of Duty game. Oh, we don't talk about that. First time I popped in a Call of Duty game that had nothing to do with Xbox. It was Advanced Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare, the first ever COD and the only COD I played over on the PlayStation side and the remastered COD 4. Those are the 2 titles I played over there, and I'm sitting here going, yo, they really got my attention. They really got me on this side. Yeah. They really got me over here. And I left for a good year and a half, 2 years. I was gone. My boys were like, yo, you don't play Xbox, bro. It's not like I had to go across the street to play. It was in my house.
Yeah.
Catching dust. And I'm like, yo, right now it ain't for me. Right now what they're doing is not my thing. I don't care too much about the TV side of things. I don't care too much about where the game's at.
Yeah.
I need my games. And right when I bought that PS4 Pro, that's when the games already came out. Those God of Wars came out. Well, 2018 was when God of War came out. But the games that I was playing that ended up picking up, bro, once I picked the console, those games were available. I was picking up games after game going, yo, they're not missing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I feel the same way. Like they listened to the thing with Microsoft. They listened and they got hit over the head. They listened, they got hit over the head until they came up with this console and they said, you know what? It's all about you guys this time around. What do you guys want? Literally, I was getting surveys after surveys from Microsoft. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
The gaming community for Xbox side was getting a bunch of surveys, just gaming, period. The gamers, not just the Xbox side, but just, hey, what do you guys would love in a new console? Like those are coming out. People didn't realize they were filling out surveys for the next console. And now we got what we got now. You look at the Sony side and look at the history of what they do. The memory thing has always been a problem with them. It's always been an issue with them if you think about it. Like the whole the little memory card things back in the
PlayStation 2.
PS2,
Yeah.
those things didn't come out for quite some time. Like the adaptability for networking and going out on the internet and playing games like SOCOM, which is my shit. That was not around until they came out with a whole SOCOM game that required you to play internet to have fun. I mean, you could have played offline on a little single player shit, but the game shined on online. But there was no getting online because it was missing the network part of it in the console. You had to buy a whole separate piece, which didn't come out for a while. Then they started bundling it with SOCOM and saying, "Here you go. Now you can pay for this bundle. You got yourself the adapter and all." And like it's always been a thing with PlayStation to miss out on points like that. The what? That makes no sense. Why shouldn't have been? That should have already been there. Like that's the history and the pattern they've done. This whole memory thing is not new. So I'm going, how they have a whole community of gamers thinking that this is okay, that it's okay to accept less as long as you got games on it. And don't even get me started on games that, yes, they're exclusive to PlayStation, but seriously, what we have is remakes and remasters and the 18th iteration of a game that we already played years ago. I'm not saying they're bad, but if you're going to dangle the carrot about exclusives and that's why you buy PlayStation, then wait for the actual exclusives to come out, like the God of Wars and Horizons, the games that actually push the consoles forward.
Uncharted, stuff like that.
Uncharted, Last of Us. Those are the games that I'm waiting for. The Ratchet and Clank, beautiful game, nice game, cute game. But let's be real here, it's the 18th version of that game, and it's about 5 hours long. Right?
You know what though? This is my first one I've ever played.
Awesome.
This is the first one.
I like that. See, that's what I like. If it's the first one you play, how do you like it?
I love it. I actually love it, man.
It's a great game.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
It's a great game. I don't hate on the game. I don't. I, as a gamer, though, I've been playing for quite some time on the PlayStation. Which people don't know this because then I have an Xbox centric channel. But I'm not no crap gamer, no saltiest. I'm not those guys that shit on things. Yeah. I just expect and demand better. When I say things on Twitter, it comes across as fanboyism because again, the echo chamber. Yeah. Oh, here we go. This guy with an Xbox podcast. His whole thing is all Xbox. Yeah. Yes, I am about that. I don't shy away from that. I don't hide from that. But at the end of the day, I want you, if you like your Sony PlayStation or your Nintendo, demand better, man. Ask for better. It can't just be about the exclusives. It can't, because at the end of the day, games is a preference. Games is a taste. You know, I may like Golden Corral. You may not like it. I may like a steakhouse. You may like a seafood house. It's all, you know, it's all what we like, and not everybody likes those exclusives that comes out over and over again. These games that came out so far, yes, I tout Sony for coming out. I think it's the first console in history to come out with so many first party games within the first year.
Yeah.
And kudos to that, man. Kudos to that.
Yeah.
But it's not games that we play, and a lot of us, like the majority of gamers, are not playing these like the Demon Souls. It's a remake, but it's not a game that you go into to have fun with. It's literally, you like a challenge, go play that game.
Dude, I hate fucking demons. So I'm gonna go on record. I hate all the fucking Souls games. Sorry, I hate them.
I found my guy.
I can't. Let me tell you something, man. I bought that fucking Bloodborne, bro. I probably took it back within like a week. I hated that shit.
Bloodborne.
I did not bought fucking Demon Souls 3 before it came out on PS5. I hated that shit because it's too hard. They don't give you a fucking compass to tell you what
you're lost.
I'm not with that shit, bro. I even go on record and take it a step further. And I'll be the unpopular one and I'll be the first one with a PS5 to tell you this, dude. I hate Returnal.
Wow. You sure you want to say that?
I want to say it. I want to go on record and say, man, I hate Returnal. And here's why. Like, for the same reason why I hate fucking Souls. It's extremely hard. You don't have a save point.
For no reason.
For no apparent reason. And I'm like, listen, man, I have 3 kids. If I make it 2 hours in the game and I fucking die and I gotta start back over, I'm not really gonna come back to that game no more, dude. I'm really not. Because I'm gonna go and play something else that I'm already further along in.
I'm there with you, but to be fair, there is a small percentage of gamers I got in my own circle on the Xbox side. There's a small percentage of gamers that like the difficulty high. They like the challenge. They like all that shit. Reborn on my side, my circle. I mean, we've been playing Dead Alliance, and it's like there's a 1 through 6 level, 6 being the highest, and this motherfucker is always going on 6 with no fucking bro. We just saw the title screen, and you're picking 6. with no fucking weapons or nothing. I don't give a fuck. We gonna do this. I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker. So we always do. So there's a small percentage of gamers, and I'm just throwing numbers out there. I don't know, but the small percentage of gamers out there that love that challenge, that love that difficulty. They can care less about story. They just want to challenge. I am not that gamer. I don't give two shits about the challenge. I want to. If it's a story in the game, I want to enjoy the goddamn story.
Absolutely.
If it's meant to be fun, I want it to be fun. A game like Souls, and of course we get shit for it because we're like, oh, you guys got to try harder, or you guys can't. You guys, are crying too much because. And I can give. It's not about that. It's about if the game has story, let me play the story and enjoy the story as intended. Obviously, a Souls game is developed that way. It's designed to be hard, so.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna whatever it is. I'm not gonna touch it, look at it. Bloodborne. I'm not gonna look at it, touch it. That's not my type of style. I leave it alone. Yeah. But a game like Returnal, it's a roguelike, kind of light Souls kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going, that's great. But here's my thing, man. I live in a neighborhood where internet is always going out, or power is always going out. Now I gotta, and then games these days are coming out broken. They don't ever come out good anymore. For whatever reason, it's a day one patch on every game that comes out. I don't know why. Quality went to the shit over the years. I don't know why. But now I got to combat the powers to be, my light going out or little surge because I get storms in the summer anyways. I live in Florida. We always get these little storms. We're about to get a hurricane. Not only do I got to combat that, now I got to combat your game, now opening up a door for me so I can go forward and progress the story. No checkpoint. So now you're telling me I got to reset the whole game? With no checkpoint, I just went through the whole struggle to get to this point. Nah,
can't do it, man. And I trust me, I tried, bro. Like I would give it a couple hours a day. Like I was trying to take it out because I watched somebody do like a speed run, and he probably did it in maybe like 3 hours, dude. I mean, he killed it. I mean,
those motherfuckers, yeah, those people do speed runs on a whole different level, bro.
Man, listen, what are you talking about, bro? Like, god damn. So I watched him do it. I was like, man. Fuck it. I'm a beat this shit, man. I'm gonna try it, man. I seen everything I need to do. I'm gonna just do it. Man, that game kicks your ass, dude.
It does. It does reward, bro. It doesn't reward you. It doesn't reward you for being ass at the game. That shit does not reward you, man. It lets you know too. You were shitty. You're gonna go right back to the beginning.
I just feel like, man, you could have.
And the level changes. And the level changes.
Yes. Oh, and that's the other thing. Like it's and I think it's still dope how it changes every time you die.
Oh, that's dope. That is
dope. But man, I need a save point, man. You can't be doing me like this without a fucking save point, man. Like that's really why I really
it keeps the game fresh. Don't get me wrong. It keeps the game fresh by changing levels like that. Yeah, but if I ain't got a save point, man, what the fuck?
What the fuck, dude?
Let me at least have a manual save point. Let me tell myself, all right, let me save it here. Instead of you giving me something, and I believe they're updating the game now for that shit. They're gonna update the game to give it checkpoints. I'm not sure when that's coming out, but they came out and said they're gonna do that. By the way, kudos to Sony for purchasing House Marquee, man. Kudos, man. No, I'm being serious, though. I'm being serious. It's a good pickup, man. Yo, V, I'm being serious, man. It's a good pickup, man.
I know you are, and I am too. Look. This is how much I'm congratulating Sony with my face.
It's a good pickup, man. They've been working with each other for quite some time now, man.
You know what?
And that's how Sony does.
You know what would have been a great pickup, though, Sensei?
What's that?
If I could go pick up a fucking extended drive, that would be a great pickup. I don't care about Housemarque, dude. I don't care about Insomniac. I don't care about who they're signing. Dude, I just want my drive. Stop dropping all these games that I cannot fit on my drive. Like, yo, please just...
At least some information. Because they mentioned about a bunch of months ago, summertime, and there's no mention of it no more.
They said June. And it's July.
June. Again, V, that's my issue when it comes to these companies, man. If you're not talking to me, warranting my money, man, I'm not gonna sit there and go, it's coming. I just don't have that. I don't care. What's that saying? What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you had a great generation on the PS4. I get that. I understand that. I get that you did that. You're strong on that generation. But moving forward, you stumbled and you keep stumbling, man. You talk about generations. You're talking about hard drive. It's coming in the summer. You're talking about the controller that you're building up a brand, and you're being cocky now with the stuff from last gen. What have you done for me lately? Is what I can say.
And I spoke on this on my gaming podcast that I filmed earlier this week. Jim Ryan, which is the like CEO of Sony,
Hmm.
he did a press conference or interview. He was speaking on uh, Xbox and how they're acquiring companies or whatever. And he
Or
threw some
like how they're not throwing money around, like they don't want to throw money
yo,
around.
man,
Yeah.
yeah, what the shade, the shade. Oh my God, dude, listen, Jim Ryan, listen, man, Jimmy, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to focus on the fucking SSD drive and stop worrying about what Xbox is doing, which they are winning. They are winning, and I am glad I ain't part of that community because I'm gonna tell you, man, I have it's the piggyback off what you said about how your boys like when you're coming back to Xbox and Microsoft. That's what I love about the Xbox community, man. Like I have so much fun within that community with my friends, man. Like that I don't have with Sony because again they focus on a lot of single player titles, which is cool.
Yeah,
But
which is cool.
but when I have fun with X, and I always have. Like I'm gonna tell you, like my first Xbox was the 360, and I walked in my friend's house and he was playing fucking Gears of War, maybe two or three, and I was like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck is this?" And I had to have one immediately. So ever since then, I have to have an Xbox just for Gears. I'm a huge Gears fan. I love fucking Gears. So now just to see what Xbox has brought to the table along with Gears and everything else with Game Pass, like Sony has no reason to be so complacent.
Yeah.
And that's what bothers me. And that's why I'm glad, man, like me and you are just friends now because you have opened up my mind to what they aren't doing and how I have been settling like within the community, like, man, oh, I ain't worried about it. They gonna give me the God of War. Oh, they gonna give me the Last of Us. All right, cool. What are we doing with PlayStation now? Why does that service suck so fucking much? And again, and again, why are you throwing shade at Microsoft, who was thriving not in a pandemic, mind you, thriving in a pandemic? They like I told Logic, like this is the like Game Pass is the greatest service that I pay for next to HBO Max. Like, bro,
I don't get the narrative of rentals and I buy my games. You buy your games, right? You buy a hard copy.
I buy because I have a physical copy console. I have two of them.
Right. Okay.
So I have to buy the physical ones, and
But
also
does Game Pass or PS Now stop you from buying your physical copies?
no, and it doesn't stop me either from supporting the developers because I still buy DLC. I'm gonna support it if I love. I can't wait till Dark Alliance drops some DLC. I'll be the first one to pay for
Yeah,
it.
I like
Bugs and
my Dark
all, bugs
Alliance.
and
Yeah,
all, bugs and all.
because that's gonna get fixed. That's gonna get fixed.
I'm having fun, like you said, Sensei. I'm having fucking fun. Just like they try to throw shade on the Necromoon, the hired gun. Man,
Yeah.
stop
Oh
it.
my god.
I'm having fun playing that game, but it is fun. It
I
is
gotta pick
so,
that one up.
dude. It is fun. I promise you, man. And again, it had a couple bugs, but I promise you, it's gonna get fixed, man. It runs at like fucking 4K, 60 frames per on the X. On the S, it's about 1080 between 45 and 60. But I promise you, man, it is so fast. It's like Doom fast, and it has like the Doom type of action, and the story is fun. Like I'm having. So when I see IGN giving it a 6 and giving Biomutant a 6, I'm like, yo, dude, did y'all even play the game?
You know how I feel about these reviewers, man. These
I
reviewers,
know.
they don't play the fucking game. They play 2 hours of it, and they're quick to put out a link just to get the first traffic, the first clicks. They're quick to put out a link and say the game is trash and lend no credence to what they're talking about.
No,
they just don't. In a game like Dark Alliance or even Hired Gun, those are games they're meant to be played with friends, man, with people.
Yeah.
Like they're not meant for you to go in there and just have fun on your own. They're meant to play with people. I'm wondering, do you motherfuckers play with people, or you just sit in a fucking room all day long and go, I'm gonna just play 2 hours of this shit. Skip. I don't like it. Here's my review. Yep. Like, what do you do? I don't. When a review has numbers in it or it has letters in it, I just quickly dismiss it, like Metacritic and IGN with their 1s through 10s or whatever that is. Like I just quickly dismiss it. One person I'm quick to look at or listen to is like ACG.
Okay.
Really good because he doesn't do the whole letter system or number system. He literally gives you like a good, bad, or don't even try it at all kind of a scenario. But he gives you the good and the bad of a game, and he doesn't influence you. He lets you choose okay, are you willing to take the bad and for this good right here, or not? Like, you make that choice. All I'm simply saying, I played it and this is what I experienced.
Yeah.
That's how he comes across with his reviews,
Okay.
and I enjoy that. And of course, when you hit up a review, you want to hit up somebody that kind of your genre, your style of game playing. You don't want to hit up. It makes no sense for you to what's that level what's his name, level gamer or level. I forget his name. He plays Battlefield.
Okay.
I think he's level gamer. He plays Battlefield and only Battlefield, right? Or he played a lot of Battlefield. But I can't rely on his reviews for a Call of Duty game.
Okay.
Because you don't play Call of Duty, you play Battlefield. So whatever you say about a Call of Duty is gonna come across as you love your Battlefield.
Bias,
right? If you don't know, those two games, those two franchises are like water and blood, man. Like, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
So like you already know what reviews to me, man. These guys are just silly out there with this shit. It's so blatantly obviously. Like, what was that one game that just came out? Was it Dead Alliance?
Yeah,
I think it was Dead Alliance.
The Dark Alliance, yeah.
Where they reviewed the game for all consoles, but some way somehow the Xbox version got like a 10% less. I'm like, it's the same game. What the fuck? Like, it's the same game. Like, you gave it on this platform, you gave it an 89 or 81, but on Xbox you gave it a 71. Why? It's the same game. It doesn't, the same bugs, same everything. I don't get what's the difference. But again, I don't go to these media outlets because they flame that fuel, man. They're the number one. They're the number one people to just flame it, just to fuel it out there. They do that. You have your crap game associates gamers out there. You have these podcasters that are centric to a certain platform, but they're more about toxicity. I can't do that, man. Like, if you tune in every week on my show or whenever you can, you see, yes, I am about Xbox, but I'm not gonna give you a whole hour or two on bashing a PlayStation.
Right.
That's just it gets tiring to do that. It gets stupid.
Yeah.
But you will see me say things like, "Hey, man, the game looks good. I just wish it did this."
Right.
You know,
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm at. And some of the episodes, I even talk about my Xbox, man. Xbox needs to improve a little bit. They do. Like, a lot of people don't talk about this, but the Auto HDR, that shit's got to get revamped, man. That Auto HDR, I don't know what they do with that shit. Like, when I record, because I'm a guy that loves recording I like doing the recording and sharing my experience with people.
Yeah.
Bro, if it has HDR in it, it looks like dark room.
You know,
I'll share one with you later on, man. I had a good COD clip, man, with a shotgun. Man, I went back on COD. I can't believe it. With a shotgun clip, man. I had a quad feed, bomb, fucking beasting. I recorded this shit. I went to look at it after it said it uploaded. Dark as fuck, and I'm going, this is killing me right now.
I noticed that too, because it was a couple months ago. I was playing something. I recorded it. Oh, I was playing Sniper Elite 4, and it was something fire I did. I said, "Oh, I gotta record it." I went back, man. It was entirely too dark. I'm like,
it has an issue with the HDR right now. And what's his name, Ronald, whatever his name is, from over in Xbox, is the technical guy.
Okay.
A while ago they pushed him on it. They asked him these questions on Twitter, and even I think on some interview he went on, and he said, "Well, we're working. It's one of those things that we're working on." This was months ago, man. I mean, this is it, just like you feel about your storage drive. I feel the same way about my recording.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, fix this. Like, what is going on with this shit? Fix it. What is it? What is taking so long for you guys to fix that? It's one of those features that if you're a gamer nowadays, bro, you want to brag, you want to show off, you want to just it's just bragging right there, man. And we don't have Mixer no more. They took that away because they went away. We don't have the functionality of doing straight to Twitch kind of a thing. We don't have like no recordings, nothing. We have to like open up a whole app and Twitch and then go and record. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then now you have this sharing of the screen, not the screenshots, but the videos.
The video.
Coming out. I'm gonna send you that, bro. Dark as shit. And I'm going, you're killing me right now. You're killing me right now. Like, that's one thing I wish they need to focus on and fix. I think they need to fix that. I really do wish that the friends list was more streamlined. Right now, I don't know who the fuck's following me. I don't know how that shit like I have 2 people that keep logging on. I'm not friends with. I've blocked them. I've done all I can not to get them to pop up, and they still pop up on my screen. Bloop, logging on. I'm like, what the fuck? Who are these? Like, I don't know these people. These were spammers back in the days, and they still spam to this day. Which, by the way, that's crazy. But these were spammers back in the days that still to this day, when they log on to the Xbox, their name pops up as if we were friends. And I've blocked them, I've reported them, I've done so many things, they still pop up. That's something I need them to fix. And it's not just me, it's happened to some of my friends that's online as well on Xbox. It happens. Well, it's a bug.
Yeah.
And it's been happening since back in Xbox One days. And I'm going, yo, like fix this. It's just that there's things that Xbox needs to fix. And it's unfortunate that as good as Xbox is doing, a lot of Xbox players won't talk about it because they want to continue that streak, like, oh, and tout like we're the best. Fuck that. Fix it. It needs to get fixed. I don't care how many fanboys are out there saying you see Xbox is bad too. Fuck it. Fix it. It needs to get fixed because I'm a bragger. I like bragging about my clips and my screens and my screenshots. I do that. Now it's weird because on the club thing that I opened up, when I share it there, it doesn't show up there at all. So within the ecosystem is good. It's just when you're sharing out.
Yeah.
I don't understand what that's about. Like, I don't know what feature is making it do that. I'm gonna try to upload it to like maybe the cloud. What do you call that? The box, Skybox, one cloud. What do they call that?
One cloud,
try to upload it to that and see how that comes out. Because, bro, right now, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, I'm like, that shit pisses me off, man. Like, I got so many clips that I can share, all dark. Beautiful clips, man.
And you can't be, when you got a next gen system, man, that shit gotta look good when you share.
Bro,
you know how it go, man.
It's next gen, man. I'm paying you $500 for this shit to work.
It gotta look good.
If it's not working today, get it fixed soon. This is months. We've 7 months removed now from launch, and we're both talking about either memory expandability not being available or my HDR recording looking like shit.
Yeah,
these are features that should have been either at launch or already been fixed. Like, what's your priority? What's your list looking like, man? Because like I'm in the alpha inside a program with Xbox, and they just released another email about what's coming up in the next fix. It's not big major stuff. It's minor stuff. None of that shit says anything about HDR. None of it. It's like, what do you like? I don't want to pretend like I know their job over there, but fuck, right. Communicate with us. That part, communicate with us. You've been communicating about everything else really good. That part, communicate with that, man. Like, what's going on with the HDR, man? What's going on with that recording? So there's some things on the Xbox side that I want them to fix, man. It ain't unicorns over here and fucking rainbows and shit.
Yeah,
there's issues over here on this side too. So.
And I have faith that they'll get them fixed. They'll
get them fixed. I just wish they said something. Like they've been doing, but for whatever reason, on this this topic, they just don't say shit.
And that's what I do like about Xbox, man. They just they communicate so fucking well. You know what I mean, with us, and like I said on my podcast earlier, man. When I was shooting this week, like they really owned the E3. They owned the E3 this year, man. Like it was theirs, man. Like they voted out the big.
That was for the hardcore Xbox gamers right there, man. That was redemption for us, because remember now we've been getting an E3's been getting fucking VCRs, TV.
Yeah,
where are the games, bro? Like I don't want. Or we've been getting concept art coming soon later on, 8 years from now. Like that's all we've been getting at E3s for the last 4 or 5 E3s.
Yeah,
that we finally got an E3 that was literally about games. No colorful controllers, no tech talk, none of that shit. None of the developers sitting down like they did last July with fucking Jeff. By the way, please do Xbox. If you ever listen to this podcast, please do not put fucking Jeff Keighley to run your shit. Don't ever let him host an Xbox event. The guy is a shill, bro. The guy is truly a Sony guy. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you can't have him run an Xbox side of things, man. You just can't. But that July show last year, that July showcase was just horrible, man. It was just time spent talking to developers. I have no problem with that. But when you're a showcase of games and all you're talking about is the technical side of it, that tends to put many gamers to sleep, because we're not playing a console. I'm not sitting here going, oh, and my I/O ports go through the USB and I'm not here doing that, man. You know what I did in mine? I put a Punisher skin on it and let it go, bro. I'm playing my games. That's what I did in mine. I don't care wow, it has a fan that blows hot air. Great. It's sitting in overheat. No problem. But I want to play my games. But this E3, games. Just straight games. And not just games coming this year, but games coming next year and games coming 2 years and 3 years from now. That's what I wanted to get to. The roadmap. Remember, I think Logic and you spoke about that. That's my thing, the roadmap, man. If you're giving me just like games, I wish games like implement this more and more often. If you're giving me a roadmap of what's to come, I'm good with that because now I can count on you going here and here and here. And I
Yep.
know what's coming, and I'm not sitting here bitching about, yo, they're not even talking about it. Give
Yep.
me a roadmap of what's to come, and we're golden. And they did that with E3, man. They said, look what's coming this year, and look what's coming next year, and the year after, and the year after. You guys gonna be good. Trust me, they're coming. I get it. We've been waiting for a while, and E3 every E3 promises things that's coming, but this time around they'll deliver it because they bought Bethesda.
Yep.
They bought that whole studio and says,
Yep.
bro, that studio alone can give us a game a game a month, bro. A
They
game a
can.
month for the
Yep.
next 2 years
Yep.
if they wanted to. So we got games coming. I just want what I want. Where I'm growing old and tired at is there hasn't been a game on this Series X just yet to show the technical the feats, the benchmarks. I want to see what my system can do. I can look at a PlayStation game and go, that's a PlayStation game.
Right.
That right there is a fucking PlayStation game. I can see you don't have to show me Ratchet and Clank. You don't have to show me Returnal. You don't have to show me the name of the game, man. You show me a game that the tech demo they did for the Unreal 5.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the bottom that said PS5, bro. I went into it just seeing the raw foot, and I already knew that shit was PS5. I'm like, yep, that's PS5. I already knew it because it has a certain look,
Yeah.
a certain feel to a PlayStation game.
It does.
And that's what draws me to PlayStation. Xbox doesn't have that. Xbox does have, and I'm probably gonna get killed on the Xbox side when they listen to this, but Xbox doesn't have that unless it's an iconic Master Chief or Marcus Phoenix.
Of course.
Unless you have those iconic characters on screen, you don't know it's an Xbox game. You don't know that. Like a Perfect Dark Zero, unless they're branding that as an Xbox exclusive, like they are. If that game comes out with the casuals not knowing about this whole Bethesda deal and Perfect Dark, none of that shit,
Yeah.
they're gonna think it's a game on all consoles because Perfect Dark is not a game that has been like only Xbox. It's been on Nintendo before. It's never been just on only Xbox. So that part, I want to see that. I know that Flight Sim comes out this month, and I can't wait for that because this is the first game that I'm going to see the benchmark of what a Series X can do.
Yeah.
But going forward, I want to see what Starfield does next year. I want to see what a new Elder Scrolls look like. Avowed. I want to see what you guys are going to do to take advantage of this box. I know what's that one game? It looks like Metro.
What is it called? I know what you're talking about. Is it coming to Game Pass?
The one that's coming to Game Pass later on next year, something like that. That game,
yeah,
that game is time exclusive for Xbox, but it's not just a time exclusive. They literally gave them dev kits for Xbox and built that game with the Xbox in mind.
Yeah.
So that what you see is Xbox. They're gonna build the PS5 version on the PS5. Like that's gonna be two. It's not gonna be a port. It's gonna be two separate games, and a lot of people don't know this. Again, that game, I can't wait for that to come out next year because I want to see what that game takes advantage of. Because a studio like Marquee, before they got bought by Sony now, they made Returnal, right?
Yeah.
And there's games before that people they never even heard of House Marquee because they don't even know what the games before that they made. Blows my mind how you think this studio just came out of nowhere. But the Returnal is a studio, third party, independent developer who took and they said, here's a box, work on just on PlayStation. And you see a game like Returnal, it looks like a PlayStation 5 game, even though it's a third-party developer at the time. Now they're first party, but you can see when I saw the trailer to that game, I'm like, that's a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, me too.
Just simple. It's a Sony game. There's just a certain look to it, man.
You know, I think Bright Memory has a chance to do that, man. I think Bright Memory has that when it comes out to be the Bright Memory Infinite they're working on. I really think that, man, that game has.
You played the other demo?
I didn't play the demo. I'm gonna buy that one that they have the Bright Memory. I think they have.
Yeah, it's just Bright Memories. I think it's like $5, $6. It's cheap.
I'm gonna buy it, man. Especially when I find out that one guy is working on that game. Just one guy. He's making that whole game, dude. And I saw the trailer for Infinite. The trailer for Infinite looks insane, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like that to me, that has that potential to be the Xbox looking game. Because when I see it, I don't think PlayStation. I think more Xbox PC when I see that.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what they like. What that game, man. I forgot about that game. But the Bright Memory, I got the demo. I bought the demo and I enjoyed it, man. It was about a good hour or
Yeah,
two.
I heard about that.
It's not a long demo, but it showcases the power of a Series X, the visuals and what it can do as far as the visuals go. But the game runs smooth, it's beautiful. Infinite is gonna probably look 10 times better than that, man. I can't believe it. Like they showed off a trailer like a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, holy shit, that looks really good.
Yeah, and that's one guy making that, man.
One fucking guy, one.
That's
amazing, bro.
That's amazing.
But I don't know if you noticed that a lot of these games come out lately that are like one man studio or small studios, I should say.
Yep.
They've been coming out pretty neat, man. They've been like strong fucking type Biomutant, strong game. That's a small team of about
20 people.
Just strong title. So you got these titles coming out nowadays that are made by smaller teams that are like passion projects.
Yeah.
And you can see that they just spill all their shit into like, we love this. We're gonna show our love and appreciation to make this game. Another game that didn't get that much love, man. Biomutant, man. I don't. Beautiful game, man.
Bro, I love that game.
Fun game.
It's very fun, man. I love it, man. The originality of the bosses, the characters, man. I love how it has that hack and slash feel still.
The hack and slash, yeah. And I like the little shit you pick up, man. Like little toilet brushes and like the little goofy ass.
The goofy weapons, all that, bro. It's like, man, it reminds me of Borderlands 3 in that aspect with the crazy weapons and it has a little bit of Devil May Cry type of feel. I love all that, man. I can't believe like people just gave that game a bad rating, man.
Again, those reviewers, man, they out there doing the worst, man, for no reason, doing the worst.
The worst, man. Like the worst. Like I know you were excited for Battlefield. I know that's the game that you're really looking forward to coming out. Give me one more game, and I know Starfield. Other than those two, give me one. Other than Halo, because that's always I know that's an Xbox fan favorite. You know what I mean? Like I know for me with Xbox, it's Gears for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played one Halo. I haven't played one.
That's okay.
Because when I was so wrapped up in Gears, like I just never gave it like the chance.
Look, the thing about those games for Xbox, whether it be Gears, Halo, those games, you have you literally have a community that's split in the middle when it comes to those two games. You have those who play both games. I play both of them, but I still find myself playing more of the Gears side of things than I do the Halo. But then I find myself on the Halo side. Like it's just one of those things. It's like I'll spend more time on this for now, and then I'll just go over here for now. But I'm a Gears guy. I'm a Gears from the original Gears. Before they passed it, you were able to beat up people, and they get up and you beat them up again. Before they passed it, where you knock them down 3 times, they're gone. Funny thing is that's how I got my name. I used to be called I Steal Kills, because in Gears back in days, Gears, when you knock somebody down, you didn't get the kill until you actually killed them. I would come around after you knock them down and take your kill. People used to get pissed, man. Fuck, what are you doing? I was like, well, that's my gamer tag. I steal kills, so I was stealing people's kills. That's how it originated. But a game that I'm anticipating, man, that I'm so disappointed has not been shown off. I'm hoping they showed off at Gamescom, but the Gunk. The Gunk is one game I'm waiting on.
You know what?
Yeah, they showed that off last year. I believe it was last year, 2 years ago. And I'm sitting here going, oh, we're going to see more at E3. They didn't even touch on it, man. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened there? I'm hoping they were holding stuff off for Gamescom and show more things then. But the Gunk is a game I'm looking forward to, man. The Gunk is I don't know if you've seen that game, but it's cartoony, it's quirky, it's goofy, it doesn't take itself serious, man. It's Biomutant, that kind of atmosphere, man. And I'm waiting on that, more news on that, and I'm surprised that it didn't come out on E3. I'm going, holy shit, what happened to that? But lately, as I get older and been gaming for so long, I've been finding myself more and more in tune with the AA's and independent games, those kind of games. So the Gunk, the Ascent is coming out pretty soon this month. Games like that is gotten me like excited now. I'm like, what? Like, I'm excited for these little games. This is awesome. You want to talk about support developers? That's what you should be playing right there. But the Gunk, is it 12 minutes, 12 or 13 minutes? I forgot the name of that game.
I think it's like 12 minutes or something like that.
Something like that. And they showed that off at E3.
It was great.
With Willem Dafoe, one of the actors and everything. I'm going, I forgot about that game. I want to play. I want to play more of that. that whole top down, but that whole drama feel to it. I'm like, yo, I want
Yeah.
to know more.
Yeah.
That game is interesting to me. So those are the games I'm anticipating. Funny enough, I'm also anticipating the what's that game you guys are getting on PlayStation from Bethesda, not from Bethesda, but from what's that studio that did the studio that did Dishonored. The hit the it's coming on PlayStation time exclusive next year or this
Is
year
it
September.
is it
That you keep killing and you keep killing, you keep killing, and you're an
Death
assassin.
Loop? Death Loop?
Deathloop.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, that's one of my games I want to play. Like I want to play that, and
You
I'm
know
going,
what,
man.
man? I'm not looking forward to that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Have you played like the Dishonored games?
I started since they put them on the Game Pass. I'm currently playing the first Dishonored, and I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
With Deathloop, what I keep getting confused at is what the fuck is going on. Like you're killing, and then you die. You're in the whole other world, and you're shooting again. Like I'm so lost. Like yo, what are you doing in this game?
That's part of the reason why they pulled that game from early, like coming out earlier. It was supposed to be out already, but they kind of pulled it because
Okay.
the message on that game was a little off. A lot of people still confused, like what's going on here.
Yeah.
The message is a little off. Also, the fact that the guns sounded really weird. Like when you shoot, they sounded really weird. I'm like, wow, for an assassination game, those guns sound really weird. So they delayed it to keep polishing it and to get, hopefully they come out and give us more on what the story's about. Because I'm with you. I'm going, even though I'm anticipating going, but what's the story really about? What is it about? What is it? Okay, you die here, you start over here, or you got to plan to kill over here, and if you kill that guy, and change, what's going on?
I don't know.
Like, tell me what's going on. But I give those guys a chance because a game like I mentioned Dishonored, those games are golden, man. Those are really good titles, and that studio is solid when it comes to these games. So for that alone, I will give them the opportunity for them to invade my gaming world and give them an opportunity to see what it's about. But that's a game that if I end up picking up PS5 before like anytime soon, I probably won't wait for it to come out on Xbox on Game Pass. I'll probably just wait. I'll probably just end up getting it on PS5 anyway, because that's one of those games that I'm anticipating.
Okay.
Deathloop is, I mean, that's one of those things like Deathloop, The Gunk, Ascent comes out this month. You know, those are the games I'm waiting for, man.
Okay, nice, man. Me personally too, I would and again, it's made by Bethesda and stuff, so I'm definitely going to give it a chance because I'm a Bethesda guy, man. I mean, I'm still playing Wolfenstein. I had Wolfenstein on PS3 before. I never finished it, so I was stoked when it came on the Game Pass and they put all of them on there. So I plan on trying to beat every one of them things, man. Like, cause I love Bethesda and what they do. I love Doom. I love Obsidian, man. I specifically, I didn't even have an Xbox One at the time. When I found out that Obsidian was putting Grounded strictly on Xbox One, I went and spent myself. I have to have one. I have to. I went out and bought one the same day when I found out.
They just added achievements to that bad boy.
Oh man, you can best believe I'm on top of it this weekend, man. and that goes back to me saying I have so much more fun within the Xbox community because like my PlayStation friends, like they think I'm weird because I play these type of games. Like, man, you be playing Grounded. They're more surface games, Call of Duty and 2K. I'm like, man, that's boring. I'm over here playing fucking Dark Alliance. And
if you look at the stats, though, that's what most people are playing on any system. They're playing those shooters. They're playing they're either playing Warzone, or they're playing Apex, or they're playing Fortnite.
Yeah,
this is what they're really playing. Again, this is why I say when you talk about exclusives, I'm sitting there going, that's great, but that only makes up like a 1.5% of gamers.
Yep. Not
everybody runs out there and buys a PlayStation for that.
No.
And people put themselves in the echo chamber assuming that's why you buy a PlayStation. No. Most if you live in Twitter world, you're gonna think that's the whole gaming world. That's not the whole gaming world. There's a whole slew of them out there. Literally the other day I tweeted out something. What did I tweet out? The Ascent, I believe it was. No, not the Ascent. Back for Blood. I tweeted out Back for Blood coming to Game Pass, right? Another game I'm waiting. I love my Left 4 Deads, man. I tweeted that out, and I had one guy responded to it, replied, he goes, wait, that's going to be on Game Pass? And I'm like, yeah. In my mind, I'm going, everybody should know that. But again, my ignorance took over and assumed Twitter world, everybody should know this. But this guy may not be on Twitter like I am. He may not be as active as I am. I'm very active on Twitter. He may be just a guy that came on Twitter just for his regular news and he's not on there all day like I am. I make it my business to be on Twitter to promote myself and think maybe he's not.
Yeah.
So he's asking this question at first, and I had to catch myself, man. I'm like, yo, this guy playing with me? Is this guy trolling me? Because nowadays you don't know. But this guy legit was asking, hey, is this coming to Game Pass? I simply said, yeah, it comes in October. It'll be on Game Pass day one. He goes, oh shit, man, I didn't know that. Definitely got to give me Game Pass, man. That made my day, man. The fact that little information was relayed in a way where that guy, it was an education. And I forget that, man. I forget that when we have a platform as small as mine is, as small as we are here, and I'm not talking for you, but for my side, I know I'm a small platform. But as small as my platform is, I'm able to get to one guy and let him know this is coming to Game Pass, and that he's going, oh shit, I know I gotta get me some Game Pass now just for that. And I'm going, that's it, bro. I that was it. I put my phone down. I'm like, I'm done with Twitter for the day. I won. There you go. I educated somebody on something good, and I felt good about that, man. I was like, that's a good thing, man.
And you should, bro. And that's why I had to get you on the podcast. I mean, because again, I told you educated me, and I appreciate you for that, man. I had to get you on here, to give you your flowers, man. On that note, man. So like now, I look at things different before I spend my money. Because again, if I would have known what I know now because of you, I might would even own a PS5. Like, oh, y'all don't have an SSD? What? Nah, I'm gonna go spend I'm gonna actually get an Xbox Series X and maybe an S just to put in my studio so I can just game out here.
I'm looking for this right now. Like I'm in the market for one for the living room.
And see, in my mind, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but in my mind, I kind of want an X in my mind. I'm like, no, you wild and stop it. You're good. Your wife is gonna kill you. Stop it. Stop it. Don't even look at it. Don't even try. Don't even mention it. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I might want to, like I love the S because what it brings to the table, and I want to get eventually one of those 120 hertz TVs when the fucking price come down. It's just fucking expensive.
Oh, wait, that shit. I mean, I got me one because thank you, Uncle Biden. Uncle Biden hooked it up, with the stimulus check, and I ended up getting me a damn TV. I was like, fuck it, because at the end of the day, I'm going. I can spend the stimulus on the shit that I pay my regular bills with my regular job, or I can take this money and go, I'm never gonna get this opportunity again. Let me get something let me treat myself.
Man,
this TV behind me, man, like 120 hertz, fucking what I got, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, that's all the bells and whistles. I'm going, I'm set. I won't get me a TV for years now, but I took advantage of that money and I was like, I'm gonna do that. That's something I did.
I can only imagine how Doom, bro, 120.
I have not played Doom yet, but they just optimized it this week. Bro, and I played Doom, but not with the optimization.
When you do that, please, like, go live, like, do something. I want to see that. And let me tell you, bro, I played it on the S this morning.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. You want to play a fucking game that probably pushes the X to the max? It's pushing my S to the max. I'm telling you. I haven't played an optimized game yet that looks as good as this. It was already golden. Like how it looks now, dude.
You sold me. You see, you already sold me. I gotta go download it. I played it. I have not finished it yet. I played it. But again, it's one of those games that's challenging. And challenging games turn me off. But I will definitely get back on it just to see what the new optimization looks like on my TV because I'm hearing so much about it. Like, yo, you gotta play it. That and Metro Exodus are the two games that everybody's like, yo, Sensei, play it. Sensei, you will love this. Play it.
I play it on PS5 currently. And
I got the whole collection of Metro Exodus, so I'm enjoying the free.
Me too.
The free upgrade, so it's awesome. I love that they give us free shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's possible to do that. I don't know why others charge for it, but yeah, man, it's one of those things where, man, when I created this channel with my podcast, man, it was with that in mind. Years and years of gaming experience, and how can I bring that into how can I enlighten somebody's path or put a light in somebody's path so they can see what I like, not what I see, but to provide some sort of light so you guys can take people, not you guys, but everybody can get to choose. All right, he shot a line right here. That's one way. Which way do I want to take? I think that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to sway anybody to go Xbox. I don't work for Xbox. I don't get paid by Xbox, even though you see me tweeting Xbox Game Pass all day long. I don't work for them. I know that meme happened earlier this week that was hilarious as shit, but I don't work for Xbox, man. I don't. But I love when I love something, whether it's Xbox or gaming console, sneakers, whether it's clothes, whether it's a hat, a fitted, whether it's my local dealer, bro. Like when I like something, man, I'm hey, this is it. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I sell it, you know? My passion. So my at the end of the day, my father told me my word is everything as a man. So if I sit here and lie to you, if I sit here and pretend that I know something and I don't, I haven't even played it yet. You can call me on that, and that's my word. My word just shut. I can't afford that. I'm trying to build a platform here, and me lying to you, that's just gonna shatter everything down. And you're gonna get those clowns out there that are gonna try to, push you on everything, and that's crazy, whatever. But I just have a problem with the fanboys, man. Like the on both sides, especially those who call themselves casual. Like I'm a casual. I'm not casual. Sorry, neutral. I'm a neutral because I enjoy my games. I have a
Right.
Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have a PlayStation 4 Pro, and I have my Xbox Series X. My son has an Xbox Series X. He has a PlayStation. So on and on and on. We are a gaming family. You may not know that situation because all you see me is on Twitter, but I get a lot of neutrals that come. Oh well, you shouldn't. You don't really enjoy the games. You're not really a gamer because you don't have all the consoles. When the fuck did I need all the consoles to be a gamer? I don't. I never understood that concept. When did I need to go pick up every fucking where's this V? Where's the sign? I mean, did I miss it?
No.
Did I miss the sign that says I'm not a gamer because I got to pick up this one, and that one? Check mark, check mark. Did I miss that sign?
No.
Let me know because if I did, I'll go right back and get all the consoles I need to become a gamer again. Because it baffles my mind that I got these young kids out here, young 30, early 30s, early 20s, mid 20s, telling me that I'm not a gamer because you play on one box only. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to think that way, and I get more heat from the neutrals than I do from the actual fans of one, like one. And I know plenty of people in my personal life, in my real life. I know people that just have PlayStation. My neighbor right here just have PlayStation, or me who just have. Well, I don't just have an Xbox, but I have friends of mine that only has an Xbox, and none of them. And we all friends. We're in the same circle. None of us sit here around in real life and go, "I'll go fuck yourself. You don't play games because you don't have my console."
Right.
Or you go fuck yourself because you don't have my console. That shit does not happen in the real world. But these clowns go on this Twitter shit and they go crazy and they get in their feelings. They get in their feelings about a box. It's like this console war shit is imaginative, man. You make that shit up in your mind.
For real.
This is toxic, bro. This shit will kill your brain cells. And we should celebrate that we have a preference. Celebrate that. If you have a preference, it's okay. But don't push your narrative on somebody saying your preference is shitty because I have this. Don't do that. That's just bad, Look, I'm gonna tell you, just to get away from that whole conversation, we were talking about how the community of Xbox, right? How golden and how great they are, how everything they are. I just fucking re-downloaded Call of Duty, man. And you already know if you watch and you've watched and you've heard me say this shit, you even jumped in the party this week, and you heard right what I said. The shit I do for my friends, bro. Like if you guys ever heard out there in the world, ever heard my podcasting early on, I shitted on Call of Duty all day. I played Call of Duty for about 20 something days. I did everything on it. Heck, I threw my wallet in, bro. Every time a skin came out, I'm that guy that bought. I'm that guy. I just threw my wallet in. I want that skin. How shitty it was, I didn't care. Bought it. If I was to ever stream my store at that time, empty. There was nothing for me to buy. I kept buying shit. There was no more. Like Activision had to write me an email saying, "Bro, slow the fuck down. We can't create that much more content for you because you're just buying this shit up." Like that's how bad it was, right? I ended up just saying uninstall because this shit got to the point where there's too many sweats, too many tryhards, too many people going crazy on that game, not having fun with it no more. I found myself yelling and screaming at my TV, angry and always stressed.
Okay.
While my boys were like laughing it up, playing like fantasy games or Apex Battle Royale, whatever it was. And I'm going, bro, I'm here angry as shit at my damn game. Fuck this. Uninstalled it. Have not touched it since like I think February is when I installed it. And I'm deadlock on fuck that game. I'm never gonna play that shit again. I don't even think I'm gonna pick up this next Call of Duty because I think they're talking about the World War whatever.
Yeah,
Battlefield the other way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna if that's what it is, skipping it.
Yeah.
Battlefield of the way. Can't wait for that shit. And these motherfuckers got me, man. For 2 weeks, my boy, Money, just been talking about it, man. Money and another one of our other boys, E Minor, comes in there, man, and I'm playing with Money on one game, and then Minor comes in, he joins the party. Hey, man, Call of Duty, and then he leaves me, goes play Call of Duty. I'm like, fuck, yeah, I'm playing this shit. Was playing Dead Alliance. Dead Alliance. I'm going, man, you can't play this shit by yourself. All right, I found myself leaving the game and just watching my screen while I was talking to them having fun on playing their Call of Duty. And I'm watching my damn screen, my dashboard. Which, by the way, Xbox, can you get a 4K or at least an HDR fucking feature on the dashboard so my shit doesn't transition weirdly? HDR, is that too much fast for? Anyways, and for 2 weeks they sitting there, man. He kept leaving me playing that Call of Duty shit. I'm like, fuck, like, fuck it. Download that shit, got me, bro. 2 days ago, reinstalled that shit. I only did the multiplayer. I'm not doing the Warzone because I can't stand Warzone now.
Me either.
Too many hackers on that shit, man. But I installed it again, reinstalled it again. I'm playing multiplayer. I'm already at level like, oh, that's another story. They fucked me, man. Like my welcome back to Call of Duty was I messed up and put the wrong email address. Remember I told you I played one Call of Duty title over on the PlayStation side, so I had a whole different email for that one.
Okay.
And because they're doing the cross generation shit.
Yeah.
They want you to log in. So I put the wrong email. I put the PlayStation email on that bad boy. And it retrieved my PlayStation account, blank, empty, 0 rank, all the shit that I bought on Modern Warfare and this game gone. And I'm like, no, I gotta go back to the account. I try to go back. That shit told me because I did a change within 12, like I gotta wait 12 months for me to do the change again. I'm like, so y'all dick me out of my shit. Okay. So I'm sitting here, dick in hand now. I ain't got no fucking, all my shit gone. All the Modern Warfare, thousands of dollars, man. Modern Warfare and Cold War shit gone. I got nothing. I'm playing with a vanilla skin, looking like vanilla mother. But my game is still right. I still own motherfuckers of this shit. But not to have access to my shit, I'm going, God, man. But I'm back on that shit feverishly now, man. I'm like level 51 now. And before I got with you here, I was playing that shit when you hit me up. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking, fuck, I hate Call of Duty, bro. I just, something about that game that's like fucking, bro, I don't know what it is. It's addictive, man. Like, what is it?
It really, bro, it really is. Like, you'll wake up in the morning with that shit on your mind. Like, you know what, man, I got to get back on it, man.
Bro, and I'm playing Scarlet Nexus. Love that game, by the way.
Love it.
Love that game. Playing Scarlet Nexus with fucking Call of Duty in my mind. I'm like, why?
Right.
I'm playing a great game.
Bro, you sound like me earlier today. I literally went in to put the Final Fantasy VII integrated it because I wanted to give a review on it, man. Mm-hmm. All I could think about was fucking Cold War. I said, man, I fucked that. I got to get back on it, man.
You jumped in the party today. You heard me say it. The shit I do for you motherfuckers, bro. I swear. Like, I can't believe I re-downloaded this shit. You heard me on the party today when you jumped in. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, hey, man, and let me touch on this a little bit because I got to give a shout out to my boy. You may know him, Pyro, on Twitter. His name is Matt. He has like his profile pic is like a green R2D2.
Okay.
And he's been on my friend list for a minute now. We never chatted, never heard his voice. He never heard mine other than the podcast. He heard mine, but I never heard his. But the other day, man, this dude, the same day you jumped in, that same day he like an hour later too after you had left, he jumped in, man, and just fucking blended in, man. Guy's from the UK, he's British.
Okay.
Like, man, he was shooting the shit with us, talking like he's hanging out with us, and bro, before we knew it, and this, I'm embarrassed to say this shit, man. 9 hours of us talking, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, we need
9 fucking hours.
We need to normalize grown men hanging out online, just enjoying themselves, man.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you. That, man. I agree with you because if we could do that shit for like my job, I sit in my ass all day. Well, when I had my job, I left that shit a couple of weeks ago. But I was working from home, sitting here for 9 hours a day, anyways. Yes, it's a job, but yeah, man, 9 hours, bro. It was 9 hours. We were just fucking talking, bro. And I'm like, yo, we both, or it was just not both of us. It was Money was in there, Logic was in there. Like we were like just after a while, like, yo, we did a whole work shift on this shit. And Matt was like, yes, man. And he's from British. and his jokes were fucking the British humor, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt when you see this. 'Cause I know he supports me to the end, bro. So shout out to him when he sees his podcast, man. But he was like, man, I got to see a whole new side of you guys, man. In this personal bubble you guys have. I'm like, the shit we say on the podcast, how we've been brothers for a while, man. This is not a lie, man. We don't bullshit this.
Yeah.
I'm not a bullshitter. I don't tell you I play games and then I don't play games. Like literally for 9 hours, you saw me jump from game to game to game. It's what I do. I'm a gamer at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah.
And he goes, yo, man, I got a whole, I respect you guys and I have a whole different level of respect for you guys. Now I'm like, no need for that, man. There's no need for that. We're gamers here, man. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the community I want to build, man. That's my whole my dream is to build that community. And it's happened little by little with the whole clubs thing that I opened up on Xbox. And when I say join in on the conversation, bro, I mean it, man. Just jump in. Ain't nobody gonna go, who the fuck's this guy?
Right.
Jump in and have a conversation with us because that's all we're doing is having a conversation. Sometimes we open a party. We wake up in the morning, brush our teeth, take a shower, eat, open up a party, and it's just there. Either we jump on or we don't, but the party's open. Hop in if you want to hop in, and then we just doing our daily shit. I'm mowing my lawn, and oh shit, the guy's in the party. I hop in, yo, what's up, guys? And my wife's like, you guys for years have been doing this, and that's why that shit. At first, she goes, it was annoying as fuck, but over time, we've been married for 20 years. She goes, over time, that shit just became life, and I'm like, it's always been life. Now you're part of it. Like my wife could jump on there and go with the fellas and go, Sensei will be on like my name is Rudy, and or to her, babe. But she'll jump on and she'll be like, since he'll be on a couple of minutes, he's just cooking right now. Or he's just, he's taking a shot. Like she'll do that and the fellas be like, yeah, we got it. That's family, bro. That's what we do on our side. That's how we do shit. It's like, yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah. But that's what we do, man. Yo, V. And when I met you, bro, automatically, I don't care. I know we had the exchange and everything, but there was something.
It was like though, man.
There was something.
I didn't even take that personal. Like
no. I'm talking about there was something in that exchange that I felt like, yo, this guy, I know him.
Same.
Like I know him. There was something there. Like I know it's lame and fucking geeky as shit and whatever you guys want to call that shit in the world out there. But yo, when I spoke to this man and we had that stupid ass exchange, as dumb as it was, there was something about that was like, yo, and I think we hit each other in the DMs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, this is not how I feel about shit. This is not. And then you hit me back because I did a podcast that week, and I could see because I even went back myself and reviewed it. Like, bro, when you hit me with that, like the whole, you could have like hit me up or anything, let me know what's going on, bro. I asked Logic, bro. I want like for a whole day, I reviewed it and kept reviewing it and kept reviewing it. I'm like, yo, I fucked up. And Logic was like, what you think you fucked up? I'm like, nah, man. Like, I see where V's coming from. I see, because if it was me, I would think, yo, we just had a conversation about this, and here he is talking about what the hell we just talked about, and I didn't know about this. He could have invited me. I saw that, and yo, I felt, and I didn't want Logic to say that on when you guys were talking and you invited him. I wanted the opportunity to come here and say that to you, bro, and say, yo, I viewed that video over and over again. I see where you came from, and I want to apologize for that, man. That was not, you already know that's not my intent, but it's still the perception of that was ill. It was just not right. And I want to, as a grown ass man, come on your show and go, bro, my apologies to you for even, bro, for that coming up like that, man. It was just crazy. Like I watched it myself and like, yo, he has points, man. I can't dismiss that at all. I can't look past that. I can't dismiss it. He has a point.
Oh, man, I appreciate that. I mean, it's vice versa with me. How, I kept looking at the text, on Twitter. I mean, I don't want to feel like, what I mean? I'm that my tone is off. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I wanted to come on and tell you that I judged you and I was wrong. You know what I mean? It was, man, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Facts, man.
I mean, one of us fucked up because we're brothers forever, bro. I say we're done. This is it. One of us, yeah. So we're good, man.
And we're good. And it's crazy with me because, man, like, my wife will tell you, like, people always ask me, like, man, are you from New York? And I'm like, no, I'm from North Carolina. Like, I blend so well with people with New York. And like, most of my friends are from up north. And I don't know what it is that I just build with these, like, mostly like New York people. Like, we just hit it off all the time. Like, one of my best friends, like, we're 5 months born apart. I'm born in May. He's born in October. We met in college. And like he's from New York. And he always said, man, I just always feel like you. And it's crazy. He's from the Bronx. And he always said, man, I just feel like you was from up north, man. Like, nah, I'm from right here, bro. He like, it's crazy. Like,
It's
I
the
feel
vibe,
like
man.
it's
It's
a
the vibe.
vibe.
It's the vibe that we give each other, man. That's just that. There again. I'm gonna sound cheesy as shit, and I'm gonna sound real corny, but there's certain people you meet in life, man. The vibe is real, man. It's when you see me tweet this shit out and put it like it's real, man. There's a vibe out there that every now and again you're gonna meet people that when vibes hit,
Yep.
it's just boom. Oh, this is meant like this is it. These are gonna be cool people, or they're meant to meet each other. They're meant to talk to each other. And they're meant to express each other. And I felt that with you over Twitter. Then we exchanged, and then I saw the interview with Logic, and I'm like, yo, this man. I need to see him and talk to him, bro. I need to. Look, bro, you almost had me get in my car and drive to Tennessee to see ass just yesterday. Tennessee's about 8 hours from me, bro. It ain't that far. I know everybody's like 8 hours. Yeah, it's 8 hours not far, man. It's 8 hours right there, man. So I was like, I'm about to go share some moonshine with you. Like I'm trying out there. When you say you was the Smokies, I'm like, yo, I'm about to drive out there, bro. And my wife's like, "You crazy?" I'm like, "Nah, man, this guy's cool, man. He's a chill cat, and I want more of that in my life. You know what I mean? I need more of that in my life. I need the circle that I need in my life, especially where I'm at in my date, right here at 40 years old, and what I went through, and I experienced, and I'm at a point in my life where I need and I want the right people in my life. And it's up to me to do that. I got to cut that fat and invite the positive in. As long as I got people around me that are expressing themselves and having good vibes, I want that. I want that around me because that's how we excel and that's how we grow. Whether it's in the gaming community or even personal, bro. Like we should be able to come to each other and go, hey, man, I'm going through some shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Hear me out. And don't judge me on it, man. Hear me out. I'm going through some shit. And that's a more personal set of things, but I don't want the podcast to become kumbaya, but I want the people out there to know that this shit is real here, man. This ain't PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, console world. That shit is for that's for the birds, man. No, it's for the birds, man.
This is a brotherhood, bro. Like this is a brotherhood, man. Like I was telling Logic, man, like some of my best friends that I know in life right now, I've never met personally. I've met them over gaming, dude. Yep. Like, and it's crazy. Like, like I have a guy in Pittsburgh. Like, he was there. Like when my daughter came, like, he called me the same day. Yo, did your daughter come? He checked on me. Vice versa. Now, how is your wife and kids? Like, it's become that. It's become very personal, man. Like where. Like now he's trying to come, like before COVID, he was trying to come down to North Carolina just to hang out and go to a hockey game or something. You know what I mean? Like we was just trying to just do it like that. And again, you need that in your life, man. You need it, man. You need positivity.
And that's the thing. I keep telling people, man. You may not come across people like that, man. But when you do, that's the ones you gotta like stick to, man. And you gotta invite them and keep them and keep inviting them and keep them close to you because. At the end of the day, man, we go through so much shit as human beings. There's so much shit as human beings, from all fucking angles. That to have that person in your corner, man.
Yeah, man.
That's just life, but you're not meant to go through shit by yourself, man. I see people in my life. I know people in my life that solo dolo shit,
Yeah.
They're all about that solo life. Like I'm me. It's about me and about nobody else but me. I respect that. I do. But you gotta allow, like you have to have someone in your life to allow you to let your guard down and be yourself without being judged. And I wish and pray these people find people that in their life. You gotta find that individual that you're able to do that with, because at the end of the day, man, you hold that weight on your shoulder by yourself, man, you're gonna crash hard, bro.
And I love that you said that because man, I'm a hip hop artist myself, and I hang around so many other artists who they never come out of that artist mode. Like if I call you, dude, I don't necessarily want to talk about rap and music. I'm genuinely calling to see how you are. And I got friends who just can't separate this. Oh, let me tell you what I'm working on, man. You got to hear this. Like, I don't really want to hear that. Like, I care about the person that you are right now. Like, I don't want. I didn't call to see, what project.
They always have their hustle mode on. The hustle mode switch is always turned on. It's like I get it. We're hustlers, man. We hustle this game. That's what we do. But right now, it's not what it's about, man. It's conversation about, yo, how you doing?
How you doing?
Like literally, how are you
doing? Literally, how's your mental health? Are you okay, man? How's your family? Things of that nature, man. And I just think people, man, in general, just take life for granted, man. I don't know. Like you said, you can't be that person 24/7. You have to, and if you like us, man, you have so many things that you have to be. You have to be the podcast guy. You got to be the dad. You got to be the husband. You know what I mean? You got to go out here and do this. There's so many things where you just can't be one thing because you wear so many hats, man. You know, it's impossible. And what really also I wanted to big you up on with your podcast too, man, where me and you we stand in this light doing this gaming podcast. And I don't know if you even noticed it, but we are part of the minority, so to speak. You know what I mean? We like our races aren't really represented in this gaming thing when you look around. Like it's few and far between, man. It's very few, man.
If you look, and this is something that behind the scenes that's, and I won't name drop nothing or anything, but these are a few of the conversations I have behind the scenes when I entered the podcast world. I didn't think of it as a I'm a Puerto Rican, and I don't know how many Puerto Ricans out there doing this. I didn't think of it at that point. I didn't, but it became really blatant and in my face the moment I reached out. And I've said this in my podcast. The moment I reached out to certain podcasters, those who are established, those who are getting established, those who have a leg in the game, just to ask for a little bit of insight. How did you start this game? I want to know, like, just point me. I don't need you to promote me. I don't need you to shout me out. I don't need you to be like, oh, this guy is up and starting. I don't need all that. I don't need retweets and I don't need all that. Point me. Where do I go? I kid you not, that's when it hit me, boom, in my face. I found out how quickly in this, it doesn't matter what world you live in, man, even in this world, I found out quickly that the hands that were extended to me were those of my people, like in the minority, you know, my skin tone, my like being Puerto Rican, African American, like those are the ones that said, Sensei, I did this, I did that, try this. You know, and I'm not name dropping who they are, but there are some. I reached out and I have no shame, bro. When I need help or when I need to ask, I'll ask, man. At the end of the day, what is gonna happen? No. Yeah. But at least I gotta know. I got a response out of it. These dudes will not reach out to me at all. Yeah. And I'm talking about some major players in the game. Yeah. Just won't. And if you're paying attention to the conversations, you're paying attention to it, the way the world in this entertainment side, content creator, YouTubing side goes. It's the same thing as you see in the political world, same thing you see in the real world where it's this versus that. It's a shame. But there's a certain circle that stick together. Yep. And they do not let anybody else penetrate outside of what you see. Yep. It's hard, bro. It's one of those things like, and I don't use that as a crutch or an excuse. That's just, I've always been a hustler and I've always been out. If you was to ask anybody in my life that knows me in my life for years, Logic, his brother Draven, like anybody in my life, you would ask him, yo, what's Rudy about? What's Sensei about? They will tell you straight up, if you give that man a bone, this motherfucker will not stop till it's fucking done. When I'm passionate about something, when something lights my fire and I'm passionate about something, bro, you see it in my eyes. You see it in my tone, in my way of carrying myself, and not only that, I don't stop at that, bro. Like, I want you to experience this with me, and you're part of the circle. You'll see this from me, man. When I start seeing shit like, yo, I just ate this shit, man. It was really fucking. Yo, V, you gotta try this shit, bro. Yep. You gotta try this shit, bro. Don't worry, I got you. Try this. Yo, Logic, yo, whoever's in my circle, try this shit. And that's what I'm about, V. I'm about that. I'm not about this selfish, well, I had to work hard for years and get to where I'm at. So I don't want nobody to take that shine from me. Yeah. Bro, this is a buffet. The podcast world is a buffet. When this shit first originated, podcasting, there was like nobody understood what podcasting was years ago. Nobody understood. There was no platform. Right. There was no Spotify and Apple Music. There was none of that. It was literally you worked hard to get that content out there. Now there's so many podcasts, but there's podcasts from knitting to how to cut your lawn to how to how to fucking cook a lamb, to how to play a video game, to like everything, bro. There's enough for everybody to eat. I don't understand this mindset of go fuck yourself. I ain't helping you. I don't understand that mindset, bro. I don't. And for people like you and I who are upstarting and trying this out, this is not a job to us.
No.
YouTube is not a job to us. We got real fucking bills. We got real shit to do, and we do things the right way. This is the extra stuff. This is the stuff that makes us happy, and we're passionate about it. It is not a job. So you will it won't be one of those things where I'm never gonna pander to likes.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna pander to, please follow me. You have to. I mean, I'll tweet something I like share.
If you do, you do. You don't, you don't.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna sit here and go, man, smash that like button, man. I need you to smash that like button. No. I'm just not gonna be that guy. It sounds fake when I do it.
I don't even feel comfortable.
I don't, bro. If you like my content, you will automatically come to it. I'd rather you like come in, sit there and listen to it and go, okay, I don't like this shit. I'm moving on. Or wow, this is pretty good. I'm gonna stick on. Either way, do me the favor and let me know feedback so I can grow from that. Yeah. Either through DMs or through whatever it is, just give me a feedback. And many in this community, many in my podcast world has reached out to me, bad and good, and has said, yo, you need to fix this. You need to work on that. The mic was like this. The lighting's this. Like, they've told me this shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. I take that. But V, let me tell you, man, me coming into this game, I didn't expect that to be a thing, man. I expected the podcast world to be open armed, man. But it's one of those things where with these established people, man, they have this following, bro. You can't even like the moment you say a different opinion, a different point of view,
they'll attack you, man.
They'll attack the shit out of you, man. It's like, yo, what is this about? Like, are y'all really? This is what I told Logic that day. I'm like, yo, don't worry about all that, man. I don't want my community to be the ones to attack somebody because they came at me with their point of view. I'm a grown ass man. I can take care of that shit. Either I ignore them or I hit them up somewhere else and I let them know, hey, where you at with this? But to have a whole community attack people, bro, that's like that cancel culture shit. Like, just attack people because they had a different opinion. Yo, earlier today, I retweeted a video of a guy making fun of again, I'm not name dropping, but they made fun of a whole crew. One guy made fun of a whole crew. I laughed because it's comedy. It's content. That's what the fuck it's about. I know the difference between being serious and not. This guy was not being serious. It's content. I retweeted it, though. I got like 3 fucking DMs from that group that follow and go, yo, this is wrong. Take it down. Why are you? They're attacking. Nobody. Hey, I laughed at this shit because it's content. At the end of the day, we laugh at shit.
Right.
We laugh at it. If I go to your page and see what you're tweeting about, you're tweeting 10 times worse than what that guy did. He did a video of a funny video, and I retweeted with fucking laugh emoji on it because I laugh. I know comedy. When the fuck did we become so serious that consoles are this like, bro? You got to stop that. It ain't that serious, man. And again, I love education. I don't know if you caught the podcast when I had my boy Legal on there.
Yeah.
Love that man, dude. He broke down shit, man. He goes, put up that chart. Let's break it down. And he broke down shit. Did you watch to the end of that shit?
I watched. I did watch to the end because I watched to the end.
Yo, we got hit fucking with bots on the most stupidest shit, man. Like we shut off the live chat.
Yeah.
The replay, we shut it off. Like when we reposted, I shut the live chat off. At the end of that, like the last 20 minutes of that show, bots came on there. Like there was about 8 followers, like 8 people watching at the time, and it jumped from 8 to 35 to 65 to 100 and something. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on? And then here come the bots with their racist shit. Like just boom, spamming the room. Yo, I was like, yo, what is going on here? And I quickly realized they're spamming the shit out of us, and this is about having minorities on the show. That's all. We talked about how Sony has been. Am I getting darker? Yeah. We talked about how Sony is the number games, and because it's always about how Sony sold the most consoles, blah. So we broke it down in that video, and he hurt these people so bad that they had nothing else but do personal attacks, even though they were bots. Personal attacks on a person's like just culture. like it was crazy. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
I shut off the live chat. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Now I got modders up. I live and learn. But the biggest thing I said on that video was, hey, bro, that y'all here, thumbs up, thumbs down. Sub to my channel, bro. Do your thing. Come here every week, man. I appreciate your analytics. That helped my analytics out. I
yeah.
appreciate it. The most watched stream, the most up and down thumbs, the most interactive video podcast I've done. I appreciate you guys for that. I don't care how hateful you being on right now, but I'm not gonna feed to that shit.
You know, I was wondering what happened during I couldn't understand what was going on at the time. And I was like, damn, that's odd. They shut the chat off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I don't know. But I'm glad you explained that to me.
No, I shut it off, man. They at the very end, 20 minutes. Unfortunately, you can't, YouTube. You
Yeah.
can't cut, like, you can't just stop the live chat at a certain point and then cut it from there. You either shut it off or you shut it on.
Right.
And I didn't want that to be. I didn't want it to hit the YouTube,
No.
whatever the hell algorithm as hate content. I didn't want that. So I said, logically, let's just shut it off. We shut off the live. So, unfortunately, that was fucked up, but we had to shut it off. Bro, it just came at me, and it was weird because, like, I did a podcast this week and nothing. I have my modders in place for the first time. We had our modders because of what happened the week before that, but they didn't come back. And I'm going, yo, I got street creds, or I got street knowledge. Weird that last week I got attacked on my show, and then this week I did it. Like, I'm putting two and two together. I'm going, something weird here, And I realized, I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. And I left it on. I told Logic, moving on. We just get modders on the show. That shit happens again. Block. Period. Done. We ain't even fucking entertain that.
No.
But that's what happened last week. But man, when you mentioned that thing about minorities, man, it's real, man.
Yeah,
it's real. We have to work that much more harder to get recognized and even catch a glimpse of some sort of whatever they call stardom. I don't know what they call it, but
Yeah. And see, man, and for me, I had the exact opposite of mindset of coming into this thing. Like, I knew it would be tough because I'm kicking back. What really got me into it, I'm kicking back. And, I'm subscribed to a couple of YouTubers and gamers that I love. And it just hit me like, yo, man, like, none of these look like me. Like, I'm going to start my own podcast, man. Like, and I'm going to try to change the narrative of this. And my friends used to always tell me, man, you should do something, man. All you do is game. Like, I come to you for the info. I'm like, damn, all right, I should start a podcast. So when I saw your podcast, I was like, oh shit, a minority. You're like, oh fuck, yo, oh.
You know what's funny? You're not the first person to say that, bro. I get hit up all the time talking about, yo, you represent me, and I like that. I'm like, I didn't even think of it like that. Like, yeah, that's why I keep promoting you, like legal, like I keep promoting those who are up and coming minorities. We need to, bro. At the end of the day, we need to, because if you look at the people I follow and subscribe to, if you look at their channels, it's the same circle, and they only invite certain people to that circle. They don't invite everybody. So, and there's not many out there. That's why I support and follow the Danny Peñas. I support and follow the Parishes. I support the Kid Smooths, even though he's toxic as fuck, but the Kid Smooths. Like, I support because we are fighting for something here. We do it for the love of the game. And one thing we do different is that we play games passionately. We don't play it as a job. We don't do it as a task. I have a gaming channel, so I got to play games so they can see that I'm a gamer. No, we play games and then we podcast. There's a difference. There's another individual. Give me a second. I'll find him real quick. This dude, bro, I don't know if you follow him or not, but it's another one of my dudes, man. He keeps shit real, bro. Let's see. What's his name? TK.
TK. What's his Twitter?
TK9. TK9. Is it TK9? Subtract sign. What do you call that? Sorry, K90 MG. He has like a weird tag, but this dude, if you're watching, man, like, he just keeps it real, man. He just, and if you can't find him, I'll send it to you to DM.
Okay.
But that dude right there, man, like, you watch his streams, man, this guy is just 100% himself. He doesn't give a shit about the super chats. He doesn't care about the algorithms. He just bombs all day long bombs. And he's an Xbox guy.
Okay.
more than so than I am. So he's a little strong on that side, and he'll shit on PlayStation all day long. But if you get past that, like the shit he says is because when we speak with passion.
Right.
We don't know how to fluff stuff.
Right.
At least I don't. I don't fluff it. I don't hug people and say, "Hey, you want to do this?" I don't do shit like that because I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to say the shit like pull the band-aid and just say it.
Yeah.
Get the pain out the way quick and fast, and then now you can think about what we could do going forward.
Yeah.
Grow that way. I can't be that guy that hugs and kumbayas with everybody because that's not real. You know.
Right.
If you're not vibing with me, I'm not gonna spend my time trying to vibe with you. I'm just not. If you're vibing with me, then and we know what we're doing and we know what our places are and what we're supposed to do.
Yep.
I'm with you all the way, bro. I got your back always. You don't ever have to question that ever. That's who I've been for years. I've been that guy, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is hard, bro. This is not. Yeah. This is. I mean, I came in here thinking, and I don't know why I thought that. Easy breezy. I see people doing it. Get a camera in front of you and laptop and do what I do all the time. Nah, man, this is. I mean, I got the equipment. But I'm lacking something. What am I? Oh shit, that's right. I'm lacking that. I'm not that guy. So I get it. And
it's crazy you say that because, like, most of my news now, I go to the undergrounders like us for. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't catch a show on Sunday because I'm busy, I'm definitely catching it Monday. But as soon as I get up, I'm catching it. I'm tapping into all the people that now that I know that they're just keeping it real, not for no check. And even if it was for a check, they're gonna remain the same. Like, I'm trying to support those people. Like, but then I look at again, going back to like, the people that don't look like us, they have some of the most shittiest podcasts. Like the gaming news is favorable, clearly. And and they have so many views. I don't be like, and again, I'm not a views guy. I don't make success off the views, but it just blows my mind.
I don't. There's no one way of explaining it. There's no. Oh, I found out what it was. But when it comes to those kind of podcasters, it's they play on this whole my sources, and which they really don't have them. They play on this whole. Oh man, I almost forgot. Shout out to 100. That's my other dude right there, bro. 100. I don't know if you catch him. That's another dude that keeps it fucking 100. Period. That's his name, 100.
I'm happy to tell you.
Like these podcasters that are famous and they have big followings and always have these big views. I don't envy them. I'm not jealous of them. But when you watch them, a lot is my source is this, my source is that, and they have this whole big circle jerk with each other where it's like kumbayaing, and nobody has their own opinion on that show. Nobody has their own.
Yep.
Like nothing sticks out. Like if one says one thing, it goes around the circle and they're all saying the same thing. I'm going, that's boring.
Yeah, that's boring.
I could watch it a couple of times, but after a while, that's just all that's doing is feeding to my console ego. Like, okay, what's anything else? Does anybody have a different opinion?
Yeah.
With me and Logic, we are that guy. Like we and this right here is another example of it. But when me and Logic on our show, we are that guy. We are not always going to agree with each other. We're not. Right. He's a PC dude who got he played on consoles. He was on Xbox for a while. He done left to the PC side and started playing PC. So he's a PC dude. For years, me and him, when we had disagreements when it came to PC and come over here. Nah, man, I ain't trying to fucking put neon sticks in my damn PC, and I ain't trying to make sure the light switch is off and on so my PC can work and all this shit. I ain't doing all that. Like that was me for years. And as I progressed and got older and older, I'm thinking, yo, PC's not bad. It's just not bad. It's just I was looking at it from a different perspective. To me, it's I don't want to do PC, and this is the way I should have been saying it. I don't want to look at PC because I sit in front of a PC all day long for work. So for me to turn off the work side and turn on the gaming side, I'm still sitting here looking at the same screen, even though it's interactive gaming now. That's where I was coming. That's where, as I got older, I understood that's what it was. It wasn't about the whole PC side of things.
Right.
But even me and Logic, if you pay attention to the show, even we have our disagreements on the show, and we'll continue having that because it's important for us to have our own opinions and our own point of view so that we can get the needle pushed forward. Because at the end of the game, as a gamer, the game industry doesn't move forward if my console wins and yours loses, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if your console wins, mine loses, the needle still stays stagnant, doesn't move forward. So these guys are out there praising the failure of a certain fucking system that they like. Kills me, and it kills me when I watch these podcasts and they're circle jerking each other, and they're the ones getting the free boxes,
the free stuff,
and the free stuff. And
man,
I don't hate on that. Your hustle's great. Go ahead, do your thing. That's your hustle.
We're gonna get
But
there.
it's like
we're gonna get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
It's just it kills me that they play on this notion of I am this. I am like they're the face of a certain thing.
Like, just stop it.
Stop.
Stop.
If you're a gamer, you're neutral. Do that. You're eccentric to a certain thing. I get it, but I don't. For those who are going to end up watching this, I don't want them to think I'm sitting here hating on people. I don't.
No.
This podcast world is for it's plenty of room for everybody to eat. What I'm saying is that if you come up in this game, I'm open arms to you, man. I'm sure V's the same way, Lodge the same way, and everybody I mentioned before here with the podcast that I support. Excuse me. If you're looking for a way in, man, I'm 43 years of age. Do it.
Do it.
Fuck it. Do it. Do it. If you love what you do, trust me, it'll come across as genuine, and people will be drawn to that.
And that's another thing too, man. I want to get you on the show too, because when I watched your podcast the other day on that Monday, I noticed that you said that you were starting, you had quit your job and you were starting to do your own entrepreneurial thing, man. I want to salute you on that because I made that decision in 2013. I was at UPS for 10 years, and I walked away from it. I couldn't do. When it's in you, bro, it's in you. That's all I can say. And it ain't for everybody. This road that you want to travel, this ain't for everybody. And I know that you've given this the thought that needs to be given it to make the proper move that you're going to make, so you can do what you want to do entrepreneurial style. But I'm gonna tell you now, because again, I've been doing what I've been doing, man. Like for me, I'm a videographer, I'm a photographer. I also have my own clothing line. I have a shop downtown. I
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I have my own candle line. I have a bunch of stuff that I do. And I would just be at work like, man, I hate this place. I can't do this for the rest of my life. Yeah. And everybody don't wake up and have that, because it's not the journey that they're supposed to go on. I'm proud that this is the journey that you're about to go on,
Appreciate
man.
That.
And I'm here to tell you, everybody not going to understand it. Your mom might not understand it. Your dad might.
They don't. My family does not understand it. Yeah.
They're going to be the last to get it, because people don't understand what it takes up here to do it. And it takes consistency and to know every day I'm going to wake up and be happy doing what I love, because most people go to work hating their job and work there for 40 years, man.
For a bunch of years and become angry.
And become bring it home, become angry, relationships failing, take it out on your kids, whatever, and don't even notice it. Don't even notice it until 20 years go by and your daughter is like 25, like, man, yo, you kind of treating me like shit, and you wasn't there. And you like, I wasn't.
Absolute facts.
I was providing though, but that wasn't enough. And again, and people don't understand, this life isn't all about making money. It's about being happy. And like, bro, I could literally make 15 grand a year and be happy as fuck. Understand? Be happy as fuck. Be happy as a pig in shit. It's not about the money for me. It's about me waking up every single day, doing what I love. And I'm telling you, man, you are gonna love it. You are gonna do the same thing. You're gonna go on and just create your own path, but just expect people to just not get it. You know what I mean? People aren't gonna get it. They're not gonna get it. Oh man, you know, your family gonna be the ones to not really understand what you're doing. You know what I mean, and what you're going through. And a lot of people probably won't get the path that you're on. They're gonna say, "Oh, you're crazy, man. You left something that was secure to go chase something that you're not even sure about." Bro, the only person that you need to listen to, bro, is yourself and your wife, bro. That's it, man. That's all, bro. And you're gonna do what you need to do, bro. And I'm proud of you.
At the end, I appreciate that, man. And weirdly enough, I've been getting a lot of good support. You know, I mean. Yeah. A lot of good support with like as soon as I mentioned that, you know, because I have even like family members who watch the podcast, and they it's the first time they heard me say that, you know, they didn't, because it's nobody's business but mine. But I decided to share it on my podcast, and I also have a solo podcast where I do the regular traditional podcast on Spotify. And every now and again, I dropped one today where I talk about that stuff, and I have family members calling me up going, "Yo, did I hear that shit right? I mean, what? Like you left your job of X amount of years
Yeah.
to do to do YouTube?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yo, that's congratulations!" Like I was surprised by that. Like a couple of my cousins called and they were surprised at that. But then I have those who are in my immediate family who they just don't get it. And that's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I get it. They're they just it's one of those things where how are you gonna pay your bills and this and that, and I'm going. I rebutted with, when was the last time you paid my light bill?
There you go.
And I didn't mean it as a defensive mechanism, but more so of, when was the last time you helped me pay my phone bill?
Just think about it. Just think about it.
Let's just think about that real quick. I'm not trying to hit you up on nothing, but think about that. And I've had them fall back and go, I respect that. I'm like, unless you're paying the bills in the house, unless you've been in my life asking and knowing exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I've been alive for 43 years in this earth. You don't think I know what the fuck I'm doing? Like, you don't think I know I set myself up for this?
Right.
You don't think I had the conversations with the wife,
right,
my family, the ones I immediately impact with this thing? You don't think I sat down with them and included them in this decision of mine?
Yeah.
The people that needed to have the discussion, I had them with. And this wasn't a night and day thing. I didn't wake up one morning and go, shit, I want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
This is something I've been contemplating. If you listen to my talk, I've been wanting to do this for quite some time with the fellas. Like, even in the early days of gaming with 360 and PS3 and PS2, like, man, imagine us putting this shit on the world, us talking in a party chat in the world. Yeah. Imagine that shit. Yeah. You stupid. That ain't never gonna happen. You're dumb. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we're here years later and revisit it, going, I think it's the right time now. And what made that opportunity happen, and I appreciate you lending that to me, man, and saying, hey, and sharing that with me to let me know that there's people out there that I know in my life that's gone through this and have prevailed through it, and I appreciate that. Those are things I need in my life. That vibe, baby. But I was there, man. It's like I've been doing the same thing over and over and over again. I got to the point where it's like, I'm making this business money. I'm making all the decisions for them. I'm doing everything for them. I got to wake up in the morning and leave in the afternoon for them. I got to punch a clock. I got to do this. Don't get me wrong. It paid the bills. It did what it had to do. But this decision wasn't done overnight. This decision was something we planned. And the pandemic is the part where most of us looked at it half empty, which I did too. I have people who passed away because of it in my life. Right. But I took it, me and the family took it, and we decided to make something of it. Right. The job ended up sending me to work from home. So I said, while I was working from home, I said, well, shit, I got more flexibility. Yeah. I was able to cut my lawn on my lunch breaks. I was able to look at my kids and have conversations with them when they come home from school, whatever. I was able to talk to my wife while I'm working. Yeah. She's sitting right here and I'm going, hey, babe, we're talking this and that. And I'm going, yo, I like this. You know what else I like? I like being my own boss. Yep. And my wife is the one that brung it up, V. She brung it up. She goes, you don't look too happy doing what you do. I appreciate you for doing this for us. You don't look happy doing it, though. What's going to make you happy? I need you to be happy, because if you're not happy, we're not happy. It affects us as a family. We need Big Papa. Sorry, share a little bit more, but sorry. We need Papa Bear to be happy so that we can all be happy. I'm like, you are absolutely right. But here's where I find myself in this headspace. What can I do? Because as a man, we're raised. You have to be the breadwinner. You bring home the bacon. You can't cry. You got to pound your chest. You can't do any of that.
Yeah, we got to kill that. We as men, we got to kill that, man.
We do.
It's okay for your woman to make extremely much money. It's okay for your woman to make way more money to you. They are women. They have rights. They work too. They're women.
We got to crush that. We do got to crush that. And my wife, literally was like, I'll tell you what. I've been itching to go back to school. I said, what do you want to do? She goes, I've always been like a caretaker. Like, I took care of my father when he was, passing away and everything. And I took care of other people. I've always been that person of taking care of people. I love doing that. I'm like, go to school for that shit then. Go to nursing school, whatever you gotta do. She goes, I'll do that. My man, she went while I was still working. She did her, and she took advantage of me staying at home, man, staying at home. She went to school. She finished school, got her degree in that. And as soon as she finished that, man, jobs were calling her because that paper, man. I didn't see it until I didn't believe into that piece of paper until she got it. And as soon as she got it, 5 different employers calling her back to back to back, offering her a job. No fucking interview, job. Shit, okay. So she goes, look, man, these people are offering me good money. I'm ready to go back. I'm ready to support. I'm ready to put this on my back. What do you want to do? And I said, well, I got some money saved up. I got some good money saved up. What do we do? What do we do? Let's do that.
Yeah.
She goes, all right, tell your job, you're done. I said, I gave my job 2 weeks because I'm that guy.
Right, of course.
I don't hate on my job. I don't hate what I've been doing. I gave them so much of my life, and they helped me pay my bills. That's what my job does.
You leave respectfully.
And because of, I guess, the person who I am, and they got to know me over the years, I was blown away by the reaction I got from my job. Oh man, where are you going? And I told them, nowhere. I decided to do what I want to do, smile and laugh and do YouTube content. Oh shit, you're gonna kill that. That was my director of the job. Oh shit, I've been in this company for years. First time I heard this woman curse. Oh shit, you're gonna kill that. And I'm like, excuse me? She goes, Rudy, I've known you for so many years, and every time I gave you a project, you took that and you ran with that shit and made it something else, made it bigger and better. And I'm like, I never got flowers like that as a man. Again, as a man, we don't take those. We don't, whatever. Sure, I think good. I got you. I understood. You're saying that because you want to say that. Yeah. But to hear that from strangers like that, not from strangers, but from a director of a company, to go, you're gonna kill that shit because of this, and that. I'm saying thinking they're gonna hate me because I'm leaving a job and this and that because I was a trainer for them. No, they sitting here going, yo, you're gonna kill that shit. In fact, what's your YouTube name?
Right.
We got you.
That's awesome.
Right. So I left that, man. Left that. Where's that? Decided to do what I do. And V, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. It's been 2 weeks removed from me not having a bunch of alarm clock. Me not having to worry about having to be somewhere for somebody else.
Yes.
Me not having to worry about dressing up, and being a person I'm really not.
Yeah. And
fit in a box.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks removed, and I'm gonna tell you right now, man, it feels fucking good.
I know it does. And no, it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better.
I've been focusing on what the thing is, I told you today, man, I sat in a party chat for 9 hours talking content, talking this and that. And it didn't feel like 9 hours, man. That was the first time in my life. I really heard the words, when you do something you love, you're not gonna. It
doesn't feel like work. And you didn't even know you were working.
Yo, my guy, like
you didn't even know.
Yo,
you didn't even know you were working.
This what we doing right now, bro? Like
working.
Like mind blown. I'm like, yo, that's absolutely 100% factual, man. I love what I'm doing, and it is work. It is work because I am working towards something growth, something that's gonna. But even with that being said, V, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for like, a check, a paycheck. I'm not. If it comes my way, that's a byproduct of the passion or the work I've been putting in. But if it comes that way, that's great. But I'm not doing this with the goal set in mind, going, I need to get to this point to make this money because I need to make this money to pay. I'm not doing all that, man.
No.
I'm doing this for a passion. At the end of the day, I set myself up to do this. The wife says she got my back. Kudos to the women out there that got their man's back, man.
Absolutely.
We got to normalize that. It's okay. Like you said 10 minutes ago, it is okay for a woman to make more money than you. It is okay for a woman to take care of their man.
Absolutely.
It's okay to do that. I don't know what the stigma is. I know we were raised as men and we have alpha males in our life where they're telling us, you got to be a dog. That's you. Mm-hmm. You are. It's embarrassing. You can't let somebody take care of your family. My woman's taking care of our family, man. I'm proud to say that, man. That's big.
And also recognize too that us as men, we have way more to offer than just money. We have way more to offer our family than just fucking money, dude.
Yeah.
Like we have way more to offer our family. Sit down and talk with your son. That's part of you offering whatever you're part of providing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, oh, I didn't even know that you needed that. Oh, I didn't even know you was going through that.
We're
Holy
conditioned
shit!
to only think that money is what we can offer. That's
No.
our best. What do you call that? That's our best trait.
And you know what's funny? You know who got me out of that? My wife. I came into this relationship like that. My wife said, "Listen, let me tell you something. Before you got here, I was taking care of shit."
By the
I
way,
just
man,
want to let you
salute to
know.
your wife, man. I've been seeing your stories on Twitter. Salute to your wife, man. Salute.
Thank you, bro.
That woman, that's a strong woman right there, man.
That,
You know,
man.
I send all my love to you guys, man. That's yo,
Thank
I
you.
see them stories. I'm like, yo, that is wow, man. Salute.
Yes,
Salute.
thank
I
you.
just no words.
I'm gonna definitely tell her that, bro, for real, because she appreciates everybody that sends love her way, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate that for real. You know what I
Nice.
mean? But she got me out of that mindset. Like, you can't, like, it's only so much you can do. And I was doing X, Y, and Z before I met you. It's okay. Like you can't be out here trying to break your neck and losing sleep over money. And just like your wife said, yo, you're not happy. We need you to be happy. What can we do to get you happy?
Yeah.
What is weighing on you? Quit then.
Yo,
Quit.
like that, just like that.
Quit. Like,
just
yo,
like that.
quit. Like, you have so much more to offer. I see you hustling this and that. You need to be doing that full time anyway. Quit. Like, I never, like, it just made sense. Like, I'm quitting. I'm quitting.
That's how it was. Like literally, she hit me with that bomb, and I'm going,
yeah. Yeah,
really?
man. Yeah.
She goes, yeah, really. She goes, like you said, I could see that you're happy even while you're working. Because if my coworkers seeing this, they're gonna laugh. But even while I was working, training my new hires and everything, I was a trainer for a corporate resort. Training my new hires, as I was training them, I had like my whole other screen creating my content and everything. I'm going, and every now and again, I allow my class to like be like the pre-screeners. You know, I'll let them in, and they enjoyed that, man. Like I was teaching them like the work stuff, but then at the end of the day, to keep like I was showing them some of my stuff, and they're like, man, we appreciate this that you do. Like we know there's a corporate thing, and you're training, you shouldn't be doing that, but we appreciate you broke that for us. And again, man, these little things that I do that I've been doing throughout my life, I never really appreciated them until I got older, and I'm at that point where I'm at now. I'm going, I've always been told, there was always a message there somewhere that told me this is what you want to do, and I never paid attention, man. Never paid attention until this pandemic stuff happened. I'm going, bro, I lost my father-in-law in this pandemic, her father. I lost my aunt because of this pandemic, and I'm sitting here going, they were miserable.
Yeah.
They've expressed themselves to me a lot of times before they passed on how they didn't really enjoy what they wanted to. Like my aunt wanted to be something she was able to do. My father-in-law wanted to be something he was able. It's like because they were always providing. Providing. It's like, yo, we are meant to do more than that.
Yeah.
And my wife, and I'm not afraid to say this, man. I took care of my family for 20 plus years, man. Took care of my family. My wife didn't have to worry about shit, and I chose that. You don't have to worry about shit. You're my queen.
Yeah.
You're my mama bear. You do your thing. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. Whatever. I got you. Now, like I didn't think this was gonna happen, but she looks at me. She goes, "You told me 22 years ago when we got married, you got me, and you shown you got me. I need you to trust me now."
So,
and she did that, and I'm like, and I'm okay with sharing that, man, because again,
good. Oh, you should be, bro.
I have emotions. You know what I mean?
We're men,
but we have emotion.
Grown men understand.
Yeah,
that's it.
So
yeah.
So man, I appreciate you. You like invited me to the show and give me that platform, man. Like,
yeah, man.
I've never been this open in any other podcast I've been at. I've been in a couple already, and I've never been like this comfortable, man. I appreciate that, man. That you allow this platform like this, man.
Yeah, man. It's nothing, man. Man, like I told you, I wanted to give you flowers, bro. You know what I mean? Like you said, this was in the making. You know what I mean? I wanted to just get into a whole lot of stuff like we got into, man, but also to shed light on the person you are. You know what I mean? I want my people to tap into your podcast. Of course, I'm going to have the link at the bottom. All my people tap into the Sensei Thoughts podcast every Sunday, man, 5 o'clock on the dot, too. And y'all got to tap in, bro. Like, tap in. Him and Logic, they keeping the buck on there. It's not cheese. It's not your cheesy podcast that you see. We're gonna leave names out of it. It's just not that. You know what I mean? If you rock with my podcast, you're gonna definitely rock with theirs, man. You know what I mean? Like, and as you can see, man, rock with somebody that's genuine. You know what I mean? So support the minority. You know what I mean? That's so important. Support the people that's willing to put other people in position. You know what I mean? Like, just that's it. That's it. Not people that's up here for the fake YouTube views and all that. No. Support people that's genuine, man. Like my guy right here, Sensei.
I appreciate
you know what
it,
I mean?
man.
Of course, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you coming on my platform, bro, sharing your story, your thoughts, man. Yo, I'm gonna have to send you my number, bro. We
Bro, do that. Do that.
I'm gonna DM you my number, bro.
Do
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? We homies, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
What you need from me, you let me know. Don't ever hesitate. Don't ever stop, man. If you have a thought process, if you have something that's on your mind, something that you need to think, let off your chest, I guarantee you, I don't judge, bro. I do not judge. That is not my place to do that. There's only one person in my life that can do that for me, and we all know who that is. Only one
Absolutely.
person can do that. I'm not here to judge anyone, man. So if
Absolutely.
you need that avenue, if you have a thought, if you want to bounce ideas, and I just boom, call, like, let me know, hit me up. And we could do that, man. Together we grow, man. Together we grow.
Definitely vice versa, bro. I'm gonna send you a DM right now. We're gonna live golf, and I'm gonna send you the DM. You know what I mean? Sensei, man. Appreciate you, bro, man. You and your family stay safe out here, man.
You do the same, man. Much love, man. And stay, like I would say, man, happy fucking gaming, baby. Let's do it.
Hey, I'm gonna see you later on, bro. Be safe.
All right, sir.
Peace.